On bent, Janssen! And Blackburn Rovers are 18 minutes away from a Premiership return.
As far as Stewart, just outside the penalty area, clips it central for David Dunn. David Dunn equalises. It just had to be. Dax corner and it goes. Glance towards goal, and Rovers have taken the lead. And Charlie Mulgrew has scored his 14th of the season.
Rovers fans, Rovers fans, Rovers fans, you can tell I'm absolutely buzzing for this one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching from. The first Lancashire derby involving Blackburn Rovers this season as we travel to Bloomfield Road to take on Blackpool. Get yourself in the comments. Let me know what you're feeling for this game. I'll tell you what, I'm absolutely buzzing. Can't wait for this. 3,000 Rovers fans in the away end, by far and away the biggest away following we've had all season. And I absolutely cannot wait. We have a few comments that I'll get to in just a moment. I hope you are all well. And I'll just try and get my stream up, and then we are away. I Love Toggle says, I'm at Bloomfield Road. He's been in the comments already, and he is one of the 3,000 Rovers fans that are lucky enough to have tickets. I was speaking to Jacob before, who has been in the comments quite a lot. He did have tickets, but yeah, I think he's tested positive for COVID, which is an absolute nightmare. So he's unable to be there. But lots of Rovers fans are there. We'll go back into the comments, as I said. I'm going same as you. I'm going 2-1 Rovers. I was unsure whether to go 1-1 or 2-1 Rovers. I'm going to try and be optimistic, though, and predict 2-1 Rovers win this afternoon. I think with the fans there, we're a right chance to win. We will run through the lineup. One change for Rovers, obviously, Ryan Nyambe is out of the team. And in, of course, comes Tyler McClure at right back, who did cop a lot of criticism after the game against Huddersfield. So hopefully the fans get behind him today. And, you know, he puts in a great performance. That's all we want to see as Rovers fans. He comes in at right back. So the team for Rovers, of course, is Kaminski in goal, McGlaw, Carter, Ayala, and Pickering as a back four, Buckley, Travis, and Rothwell in midfield, Dolan, Brayton Diaz, and Gallagher in the front three. As I can see on my screen, the Blackburn team arrival. Oh, Tyrese, I love that. I love that. He's been called over by some of the fans. Some of the fans want him to go over, takes a picture, has time for the fans. All the other Rovers players have gone in, and Tyrese has gone over to speak to the fans. I think a couple have followed him there now. Gally, brilliant Tyrese Dolan. Even before the game's even started, he's going over, and the other players are following his lead. I love that so much. I love that so much. TM's gone over. I love that. That makes me so happy. Tyrese, what an absolute hero. Oh, I'll tell you what, I can't speak highly enough of Tyrese Dolan. Just seeing that footage there. Straight over to the fans. He got called over by some of the young fans, takes a photo with him, and then goes into the stadium. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. All right, let's go back into the comments. Back in the UK, but no ticket, so good to see you, Vincent. Shame you're not there, but good that you're here. Craigo says, here we go. Yes, mate. Just been on the watch along with him, watching Man United Everton. Very, very good again. Very good again. Quality, mate. Obviously, you've got Newcastle to worry about as well. So hopefully Rovers can get the job done for me, and hopefully Newcastle can get the job done for you. Altogo says it's it's Diaz's 100th appearance. Is it? What? As in like 100 appearances in 100 league appearances or 100 total appearances? I wasn't sure in either case. Cheers, Elliot, mate. Hopefully, of course, as I say, that Newcastle go well for you. More importantly, hopefully Rovers go well for me. But that's that. I need to check. Apparently, it's a big milestone for Brio. 100th appearance always is for a football club. Always is a massive milestone. So, is it 100 in the league or 100 total? He's been here a while, hasn't he, Brio? Been here a while. Century Rovers appearances, so it's just appearances in total. Right, okay. There you go. Yeah, for Rovers, yeah. Let's go back into comments. Armin, the fellow Melburnian here. I'm not looking forward to time traveling. Oh, it's a real shame. I don't like this time because it moves from 12 to 1 for us. I mean, the early morning games are better though, aren't they? But it's a real shame. Yeah, is it 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock we move? Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it either. Yeah, afternoon, says Chris Hayes. Afternoon to you too. Smashing there 4-1. Diaz with a double, Dolan and McGlaw. If McGlaw scores, that'd be class. That would be class. We'll go through the Blackpool team as well because we've gone through the Rovers team. We actually haven't gone through the Rovers bench yet. The Rovers bench, first time in a matchday squad this season for Bradley Johnson. He's on the bench, so we've got Ainsley Pears, Bradley Johnson, Teo Eden, Leighton Clarkson, Reda Kadra, Ian Paveda, and Dan Butterworth. In terms of the team for Blackpool, the hosts for the afternoon, is Chris Maxwell in goal, Jujon Sterling, Richard Keogh, Marvin Ekpateta, Luke Garbutt, Ryan Winsell, Kenny Dougal, Josh Bowler, Keshi Anderson, Shane Lavery, and Gary Medine round out their starting 11. And on the bench, you've got Stuart Moore in goal, Callum Connolly, James Husband, Kevin Stewart, Dimitri Mitchell, Jerry Yates, and Tyrese John Jules. So there are both teams for the afternoon. Get your score predictions in the comments. And hopefully, it's a Rovers win for us all. Would be very, very nice. Any Blackpool fans on here? I'm not sure. I do know that a Manchester United fan who used to work at Blackpool, he claims, to somewhat be a Blackpool fan, but then has Ronaldo posters on his wall. Absolute legend, Jackie Gillibrand. He will probably be here later. He said he'd be here in a bit, but he might be crying over the Man United results, so we'll have to see on that one. I do think that a few Blackpool fans will join us and give us a lot of stick if it goes pear-shaped for Rovers. The black and red kit, finally we get to use it. Finally we get to use it. Look how clean the watch-along looks with it, by the way. Dan has done a sterling job on this here. Red and black shirt for me. We've got the red and black trim on the overlay. And I'll tell you what, the yellow shirt is on its way. By the time we use that next, I'll have the yellow shirt, so everything's going to look clean. I'm going to have all 3 shirts for Rovers this season. Got the home one, got the away one, obviously, as you can see. I'll have the third one as well. So it's looking class. Everything's looking class. It's looking really professional, and I absolutely love it. So hopefully, it's a little omen for us and we can get the win. That's what I'm hoping for. Olive Toggle says 2-1 Blues. Yeah, I'm going the same. Goal scorers wise, I think Diaz could get one. And we'll go Dan Butterworth off the bench. We'll go Diaz and Butterworth to get the goals. And for Blackpool, we'll go with Shane Lavery because he seems to be scoring every single week. Here we go. The Huddersfield fans back. Back from Tuesday. Hello to you, mate. Yeah, the Huddersfield fan from Tuesday said he'd come back. Welcome, mate. Who've Huddersfield got? They've got Luton. So, you know what? Very, very unhappy with the result midweek from a Rovers point of view. But, it is Luton. We've had some discussions with some Luton fans this season. So, I'm not going to say any more because I don't really want to anger too many people. But, there we go. Yeah, you're at the ground. Yeah, 100%. If you could come back at half time, let us know on the atmosphere, what you think of the game, everything. It'll be class. While you're watching the game, on says Thomas, I'm watching it on Rovers TV, mate, because I'm in Australia. So that easily answers the question. Things will win 3-1. That's quality. Hopefully you're right. And I'll give a score prediction for the other game, the game that obviously your team's involved in. I'm going to say Luton Huddersfield's going to finish 1-1. I just see that as a 1-1 game, to be fair. I see that, both sides are, quite traditional championship sides, if you will. Like, both sides can defend. They've got a little bit going forward. So I'm going to say a 1-1 draw for that game. I think that's probably fair. But good luck, teammate, and thanks for joining us, of course. Just trying to see if there's any more comments. There's a first Brereton Diaz comment. It was a little while ago, just over 10 minutes ago now. But of course, we're hoping that he gets himself on the score sheet. Looks as though he'll be playing all 3 matches for Chile. Or that's what I've seen on Twitter. I can't remember who tweeted it, whether it was Rich or Jacob, one of the two. But it looks like he'll be playing all 3 matches for Chile in the break and then miss one Rovers game when he comes back, which I presume will be Coventry. I can only presume that's the case. That's the first one we've got when we come back, I think. It is Coventry at Ewood, then QPR. Should be back for QPR, hopefully. Might miss QPR. Although I'm not sure. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. After QPR is Reading at home, which he would definitely then be back for. So suppose we'll have to see. I tell you what, another couple of people that copped a lot of stick last year was Neil Yardley and Warren Lucy on iFollow commentary. I don't see it. I don't see it for me. I swear down, every time I hear them, just makes me so happy. The iFollow commentators makes me so happy listening to Warren Lucy and to Neil Yardley. I don't know. I've just listened to Neil Yardley for ages. I'm a massive fan of his and as an aspiring commentator. You know, he's been probably one of my idols. So, you know, I'm you know, hearing Neil Yardley's voice especially, just music to my ears, honestly, to be fair. Diaz was class on Tuesday, he was. Shame that, you know, his 2 goals couldn't help us get over the line, but there you go. I might actually, on the topic of that, because you know that's been one thing I've sort of talked about this week. The other thing, a few of you might have seen it if you follow me on Twitter, but I want to hear your thoughts after I bring up this comment from Chris. 'Cause I'll bring this up first. Any aspiration of the top 6, we have to be putting teams like Blackpool to the sword. 100% we have to be winning today if we want to get top 6. Local derby, Blackpool will be up for it. It looks like they have more fans than they did in League One when we played them, but again, they had ownership trouble, so you can sort of understand that. But it looks like they've got more fans and they'll be up for it. So it should be a really good atmosphere. Hopefully, we can get the job done. But if you follow me on Twitter, as I was saying, I said on Twitter the other day that I have aspirations and hopes of playing for Australia, disability football, because I do have cerebral palsy. If you didn't know that, which is a disability, I can talk about it more if you want me to. But yeah, cerebral palsy tournaments. Looking to potentially represent Australia, possibly. I can't really represent England because it's too tough for me because I'm living over here. All the training would happen over here. But what do you guys think? Do you reckon I could do it? Do you reckon I could represent Australia, possibly? We'll have to see, eh? I mean, like I said, I would love to represent England, but I don't think it would happen. I think Australia is much more feasible, and to represent Australia in a World Cup would be insane. Just let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Ollie, will you be getting FIFA 22? Already got it. Got it on pre-order. I packed Robin van Persie in like the 2nd or 3rd day, so I've got an amazing team. And even with that amazing team, I start Dominic Calvert-Lewin up top. First minute of the game, I pause it and bring on informed Ben Brereton Diaz, and he's been unreal for me. I've got Brereton Diaz up top. Like, it's quality. So yeah, FIFA 22. It's an alright game. I was playing a bit of clubs before. I call myself Thomas Shelby, made myself a Thomas Shelby lookalike, but I added Diaz on the end of it and wore number 22. So I've got to get the Brereton Diaz references in, of course, even when I'm playing clubs. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. FIFA's a lot of fun, despite what everyone says about it being the same game every year. I enjoy playing it, so I'll keep playing it as long as that's. He says, I don't care about the score, just want 3 points, 100%. That's how I always feel. Happy with TM backing McLaurin. Butterworth first change. Yeah, I think, you know, with McGlaw, he copped a lot of stick at the weekend. He copped a lot of stick. Sorry, not at the weekend, midweek. You just got to give him a chance. People say trust the academy. Well, then, if you're going to trust the academy, you've got to, you know, you've got to back the players in. Because people are saying, fans are saying, "Oh, trust the academy," and then having a go at TM for picking players, the best players from the academy that now aren't ready. I don't know. It just baffles me a little bit. But there you go. Hopefully, he does well today. I would want to see Butterworth come on. If it's not Butterworth first change, it has to be Redicadra for me. One of those two. I mean, it depends on how the game goes. If it's 1-0 with about 5 to play, we haven't gone to the bench, which I doubt will be the case because I presume we'd go to the bench earlier anyway. But Bradley Johnson might be needed to show the game up. Teo Eden maybe in midfield if we need an extra body in midfield. But if we're chasing the game, it has to be one of Cadra or Butterworth for me. Butterworth was unlucky not to get on at the weekend. Oh, Coventry have battered Fulham. Oh my, that's the first time I've seen that. I've just come straight from the other watch along. Coventry have just hammered Fulham in the early kickoff. That's probably not that's probably old news to you all now, but mate, that's a great result for Coventry. We've got them after the international break. Oh no, but yeah, agreed. I don't care about the score as long as we get the 3 points. I don't mind. Cheers, guys. That means a lot from the pair of you. That means a lot. That means a lot. Let's see what I can do, eh? Let's see what I can do. Sweatjack says, if you become a pro footballer, not that I would become a pro footballer, but would you rather play for Huddersfield Town or play for Blackpool? I was thinking about this the other day, right? Because I ranked the Lancashire clubs in my head, and I think that out of all the Lancashire clubs, Blackpool is probably the club I dislike the least. So Blackpool wouldn't be too bad, right? Obviously, I want us to absolutely hammer them today, right? I wouldn't mind out of all the Lancashire clubs. I think Blackpool is the club that offends me the least. And I actually, now that I've said that, let me know in the comments what you all think of that. So, in terms of Lancashire clubs, where do you rank them? So, I mean, out of the Football League club. So, Aki Stanley, throw Morecambe in there. Obviously, Burnley, the team that shall not be named. Wigan, Bolton. Where do you rank them all in terms of like most liked to least liked? Because I think Blackpool, they don't really offend me that much. But Huddersfield, I don't mind Huddersfield as a club either. I obviously love their story to the Premier League, and how you know it's a great story against all odds. I don't mind Huddersfield as a club. Again, they're not happy with the result midweek. So that's a tough one, that. But because I'm not going to sit on the fence, I'm going to say Huddersfield. Just because there is a slight rivalry between Rovers and Blackpool. It's not that big a rivalry in my personal opinion. But I think just because I'm still a Rovers fan and would still be a Rovers fan, I think just to minimise any chance of there being a rivalry, I'm going to say Huddersfield. But I don't mind Blackpool. Depends on the quality of the academy players, though. McGlaw, not championship level yet. I mean, yeah. But at the moment, there's not really much we can do with Dan Pike out on loan. I think if Dan Pike was still at the club and not on loan at Fylde, he'd probably start today. Which is, it's annoying that we can't just recall him. There must be some sort of, legality that means we can't recall him, or we just don't want to recall him. It would make sense to recall him, surely, because we don't have a right back, and he would have been knocking on the door probably. So, yeah, it's a tough one. On this one, I was sort of a bit nervous for the team coming out to see what the defence would look like with Lenihan and Nyambe out. So with what we've got, it's probably the best we can do. So hopefully we can do all right with it. First championship start since 2019 for McGlaw, I think, early 2019. So interesting one there. TM wants to loan McGlaw out, but injuries meant that we needed to keep him. Yeah, I think that would have made sense to loan him out. Obviously went on loan to Motherwell, didn't really do much there. So it would have been interesting to see where first of all, where TM thinks that McGlaw should be playing, if it's League One or if it's back to the Scottish Prem or something along the lines of that, where McGlaw's level is and where he would best get experience. But I think, maybe it's a bit unfortunate that we've not loaned him out. You'd love to see me and Diaz up for Rovers. That won't happen. Like, cerebral palsy football would be my level. And that would be a very, very good level for me. And hopefully I get the chance. I'm going to start properly training in March with the Victorian team, which is my state. So, that's going to be the aim. Start training for Victoria. Hopefully get selected for Victoria. Then hopefully eventually play for Australia at some point. Or if I then go back to England, which I'm hoping to do at some point, if I don't get selected for Australia and I go back to England uncapped, then I'll try and obviously play for England. So basically, I'll try and play for whatever country I'm in at the time. But I think the first port of call for me now is Australia, because that would make the most sense. And I would love to play for Australia. I know some of the team already. They've messaged me this week when I've gone out publicly and said that I want to play for Australia. So they've already messaged me and said, come and try, play, go for it, kind of thing. So be interesting to see. Not sure if Pike would have started if he was available for selection. I disagree. I think he would have done. I think he would have started over McGlaw just because it's his position. McGlaw's not a right back. McGlaw's centre half. He is quick, so he has got the attributes potentially of a right back, but he's not a right back for me. I think if Dan Pike's at the club, he starts. Right, I like this. I like this from Chris. Finally, we've got an answer. So he says Aki, Morecambe, Blackpool, Aki, Morecambe, Rochdale, Fleetwood, Blackpool, Bolton, Wigan, Preston, Burnley. I'll tell you what, mine would be sort of similar. When I said that Blackpool, I said mention Morecambe and Aki, they would probably be clear. I forgot about Rochdale and Fleetwood. No, I said mention Rochdale. I forgot about Fleetwood. But yeah, my list would be almost identical to that probably. I don't know if I could prefer Wigan or Blackpool. That might Wigan or Bolton. Sorry, So that might be the only one I'd swap. But my list would be pretty similar to that. Very, very similar. Obviously, Burnley at 9. Hate Burnley, obviously. But then from there, you can sort of have your fun. Not a massive fan of Preston. Not a huge fan of Wigan after that, the whole Paul Cook thing with the promotion and all that. Now they seem to go up and down, and how they relegated us from the Premier League and all that. So yeah, my list would be somewhat similar to that. If you want to put your lists using those 9 clubs in the comments, use those 9 clubs that Chris has used, and go from most liked to least liked out of the Lancashire clubs that he's listed there. I think that's a good little icebreaker to start us with. Jack says, I'm going to join a club next year, train to be a goalkeeper. Do you get to the top, remember my name? There you go, mate. Well, you'd be a channel legend if you got up there, mate. You'd be a channel legend. So best of luck to you. Hope it all goes well. What's the ground, weather, and attendance looking like? To be honest, I haven't really taken much of a look at the weather. The ground looks decent, as in the surface looks all right, and the crowd is building. I tell you what, as there's still 10-15 till kick off, and it was filling up. I know the Rovers away end's going to be packed, so that's going to be quality. But I don't think the weather's too great. The ground's nice, and the away end's going to be full, so that's going to be class. I agree. Pike looks really good. Aggressive streak about him. I mean, to be fair, I haven't watched a lot of him. I watched a couple of under-23 games last season. But from bio reports, from the people in the know who know what they're on about, Pike's the next in line. And I think behind Niambe at the moment, JLC is obviously injured, and Pike's the next in. So I think if he's not on loan at Fylde, and Fylde and Rovers is a massive discrepancy, right, in quality. We know that, but Pike should have gone out on loan to someone in maybe League 1 or League 2. But I think still you recall him and maybe throw him in. I know Joe had this discussion yesterday. If you watched that match preview, I'm basically just reiterating what Joe said because it's the same point and would have made sense, I think, for Pike to come in. But maybe it's not possible. Obviously, I'm not in the know, but there's something that's obviously prevented us from recalling him. And, whether that be logistics or the fact that they just want to see out his loan spell. It's only a month anyway, and most of that's done. In fact, will Pike be back? When's Pike back? It was a 1-month loan. Is he back for after the international break? Because realistically, Niambe should be back anyway, shouldn't he? And did he go to Fylde? I can't find when he went on loan. Let me have a look when he went on loan because it was a 1-month loan. So 3 weeks ago he went. Let me see the date. 9th September. So back 9th of October. Yeah, he's back after the international break then. So maybe might be back. So interesting, Jack. I'm assuming if you support Huddersfield, you're from Huddersfield, which is, to get an unbiased view on Lancashire clubs is interesting. Let me have a read. Aki first, Morecambe second. So that looks like a consensus. Then Bolton pressing are way too high in terms of Rovers. Obviously not a Rovers fan, so fair enough. Rochdale, Wigan, Fleetwood, Blackpool, then Burnley. Well, Burnley's in the right spot. So Burnley's in the right spot. Blackpool, I think, should, it's all your opinion. But all I will say, Burnley's in the correct spot. So well done. Honorary Rovers fan for the moment, just for that. I tell you what, we're actually getting quite close to kick off at the moment. I tell you what, like I said, that crowd is building, especially from the left stand as I see it, as I look at the screen. From the left side, that stand is packed. Now, to be honest, I've never been to a game at Bloomfield Road, so I don't actually. I know I was told where the away fans sit, where we would sit. I think it was it left of the scoreboard. I'll find the Rovers fans soon. It's all right. I told you I only ever went to one away game. I think I said this last week. I said this to someone last week. I only ever went to one Rovers away game, and it was Liverpool away. Because I remember we went to pick up some Liverpool fans from the airport, and we went to the game, and that was the only ever away game I went to. It was quality. I think if I went back, I would like to get to more away games because they look so fun. Yeah, the crowd's filling 100%. there's going to be almost it's almost going to be capacity. It's a Lancashire derby. You'd think so. You'd think so. You just see Blackpool Tower in the background. That brings back memories. I used to go to Blackpool a lot, as in the town, not obviously the football club. But I tell you what, it looks near capacity. I'll say that, near capacity. Get your score predictions in the comments. We'll go through the lineups again and stuff just before kickoff. But get your score predictions in the comments. We've got about 5 minutes until kickoff, so just let us know what you think in the comments. Score predictions, goal scorers. I said 2-1 Rovers, 1 for Butterworth off the bench, 1 for Brio, and then I said Shane Lavery for Blackpool. So that was how I saw it. Let me know what you're all thinking. I'm just going to quickly update the overlay before I forget, because I usually forget to put the 0-0 overlay up. They're the Rovers fans on the screen there. Come on, Rovers. Oh, I haven't had a Lancashire derby in ages. It would have been Preston last season. Surely, right? Right, a few comments. David says 2-1 for Rovers. Kevin Bradshaw 3-1 for Rovers. Chris Hayes saying so jealous of all the Rovers Chat contributors stuck in seeing them all in the pub before kickoff. Stuck in Amsterdam. I love this Amsterdam joke. It's brilliant every single time. Every time. We've got another club ranking. We'll get to that in a moment. I just want to put the overlay up. I will say these overlays are absolutely quality, by the way. Massive fan of them. Massive fan. Game hasn't kicked off yet, for those wondering. I just want to make sure that I don't forget, because I usually do. 7788 says Aki, then Blackpool. Yeah, I'd have Blackpool quite high. Fleetwood, Morecambe, Rochdale, Wigan, Bolton, Preston. I think that bottom 4 or 5 is pretty much like common amongst Rovers fans, especially the bottom 2. Bottom 2, I think, is quite clear. But yeah, it's an interesting one, because I was thinking about this the other day, about where I'd rank all the Lancashire clubs. I should really have a lot more of a liking towards Preston, because obviously my dad played for them, but the Preston fans sometimes get on my nerves. Although it was good to see on Twitter, probably the most prevalent football Twitter Preston fan in Chris said that obviously because Preston have a rivalry with Blackpool, that they're all Blackburn. So there you go. Championship table finish. Where have you got us? You've got us 3rd. I mean, you've got Bournemouth right. Okay. You've got Hull 9th. I'm really not sure about that one, Jack. I think you've had a few absolute shockers. And here we go. He's the Man United Blackpool fan. I said he'd be in here. He's managed to wipe away his tears from the early kickoff. But this guy is a genuine legend, though, Jackie Gillibrand. Formerly working at Blackpool. He's wanting Blackpool to win. Hopefully they don't. But this guy, top man. You can see him with the United shirt and the AVI. But he's all Blackpool today. He's all Blackpool today. We're having a joke about it before. Just saying that hopefully Rovers can get the job done. I hope we do. Just so it gives me another reason to just, have a go at Jack about how he kind of supports 2 clubs and both of them are woeful. So hopefully I can maybe throw that one if Rovers get the win. Dad was from Preston, Grandma was from Bolton, but despised them both. Yeah, I come from a family of Burnley fans, and I hate Burnley. So there you go. Yeah, my dad was a Burnley fan. My dad's dad was a Burnley fan. His dad was probably a Burnley fan, but my mum's side of the family were all Rovers fans, and so I went with Rovers. So there you go. That's how my family it's interesting how that can work. So Rovers players and Blackpool players are on the way out on my screen. Darwin Rover, here we go. Think Rovers will finish mid-table. Lennon and I are liable to injuries, lack of depth and cover at the back line as well. We'll drop points in games. Well, we saw that against Huddersfield, didn't we? I mean, obviously we've got Rankin Costello to come back, who might play right back. We've got Van Hecker, who will play centre half. So there's a few players there who will do all right. Here we go. Supports United, but working at Blackpool, had to enjoy the Premier League run in the town. Seaside Barmy Army. See, there you go. He's got a soft spot for Blackpool. You can't really blame him. You can't blame him. I'm really not sure about this table. First of all, where have you got Derby? Where have you got Derby? Cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. 2-2 thriller. I've seen a lot of 2-2s. So fair enough. Where have you got Derby? You've got Derby 12th. They've got a points deduction, Jack. Derby could have finished bottom of the league. I won't lie. It's great that you've been a fan of our channel and stuff. And, you know, thank you for that. But I think that might be one of the worst championship table predictions I think I've ever seen. First of all, thanks for putting us in third. But you've got Bournemouth 14th. You've got Derby 12th with a 12-point deduction. You've got QPR 19th. Interesting. Is two guys starting? I wish. IMO, Kadra deserves a start. Played really well in the last few games. He's good in cameos. He might be one of those that's like a super sub. That when they come off the bench, you know, there's players like that, aren't there? That can just do so much coming off the bench. So maybe he's another one. Hello to you too, mate. White wearing blue and white. I know we should have swapped our kits from the midweek and today. We should be wearing blue and white today. I said this on Twitter. I just agreed with someone who said it. Like, we should have worn this away kit midweek, and we should have worn blue and white today. It's a Lancashire derby. Show your colours. I mean, I like that away kit though, and it's nice that we've worn it. So there you go. We're about to kick off. Obviously, players taking the knee. I say it every single time. It's nice to see that we'll keep fighting against racism. It's great to see. Great to see. It looks like will it be Dougal to kick us off, the Australian? We're away. Blackpool right to left. Rovers left to right. Obviously, we've said that Rovers are in their away kit. Blackpool in the home kit. Come on, Rovers. Come on. Oh, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. With the whole Lancashire derbies and rivalries and tribalism. Oh, I'm so nervous today, as always. Colin Hendry, Blackpool legend, also had a good run. Tried a few of the bars out too. That doesn't surprise me, Colin Hendry. What a player he was. Score predictions for Luton Huddersfield, I said 1-1. Can you do a time check in a minute? Of course I can. I'm not quite there yet. Blackpool have started okay. Get rid. Bit of head tennis going on. Just see a comment there. I'll come back to it in a minute. Go on, Tyrese, get there. He's not going to get there, is he? Looks like Blackpool playing a ball around the back. Goes back to Maxwell. That's a throwback. Petrovic. The Premier League days, 11-12. That's a throwback and a half, is that? Yeah, time check in a minute. Oh, we've gone past it, sorry. 1:11, 1:12, 1:13, 1:14, 1:15. Sorry, I lost track of the time there, Chris. I do apologise. Any beach balls? Not quite. The pitch is actually looking in really good condition, to be fair. Mark Jones says, Pike less experienced than McGlaw. Carter at right back's a pointless argument. Paveda, Clarkson, and Kadra were lightweight and bullied on Tuesday. So weak signings. The only reason why I said Pike at right back is because he is actually a right back. Of course, he's less experienced. I understand that, but Carter and McGlaw are centre halves, and Pike has, that is his position. So if it's based on experience, you don't play Pike. But at the end of the day, you've got to throw him in at some point. Every player was inexperienced. Travis was inexperienced at one point, but we still gave him a chance. Dolan was inexperienced at one point. You still got to give these players chances. And I think at right back, in terms of in his position, Pike's a better right back than McGlaw is. That's my only argument. As of Paveda, I haven't been impressed with Paveda. Again, a lot of bypass Leighton Clarkson as well. Was it the game for them? Not too sure. Kadra's going to be a good player for us. Blackpool are making a way forward. Well stopped. Come on. Rose back the other way. Buckley, forward to Dolan. Nice turn. A ball over the top for Brereton. Yeah, not quite. I mean, yeah, maybe you're right. That you'd like to think that they played right back at some point. I just think that more recently, Park would have played right back. So that's why I would have seen that McGlaw and Carter. I think he would be a better spot at right back. But he's out on loan at Fylde, so it's all academical. Like there's we can have these discussions all we want. At the end of the day, he's not in the squad, so we've just got to trust the players we've got. Kaminsky's well off his line. He's going to win that. Oh my days! Why does Thomas Kaminsky like giving me heart attacks? He just charged outside of his box. I mean, he sort of had to go once he'd gone. He had to go and win it, and he did. So fair enough. Bit of an early scare though. As Brayton's on the left for Rovers, looks for the overlapping run, can't find it. The ball goes back to Maxwell. Nice see Ayala on the right to keep an eye on McGlaw. I think, to be fair, yeah, I agree. We'll get back to that point in a minute. Chance for Blackpool again. They're inside the area. And it's a goal. It's a goal for Blackpool. It's Shane Lavery. I said he'd score. Kaminsky probably should do better. I agree with the comment from Rob. That is not a good start. That is an absolutely woeful start. Blackpool deserve it, to be fair. Long ball diagonal. Ayala hit it straight to a Blackpool man. Ball forward to Lavery. Edge of the box. Takes it past Ayala. In fact, it's Carter on the line. It's not Kaminsky. It's Carter that it comes off. I thought it was Kaminsky at first. I think it's Hayden Carter who looks to clear it. Pickering can't quite hook it away himself. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter because Rovers are a goal down. Oh, my days. Yeah, it's come off Carter. It's not Kaminsky. I thought it was Kaminsky at first. It's not. Woeful start. And we've kicked off and we've given away a free kick. Oh, my days. 4 minutes in. 4 minutes in. Deflating. Absolutely deflating. Blackpool score again. There's a potential issue. That should be a free kick, and it is. Oh my God. Not even 5 minutes. And it's 1-0. Graham, I'm on Rovers TV. Another to be bullied in an over small side. There's great talent in 11-1 Academy that doesn't get used. At right back, is there? Who are we going to throw in? Sereno? You're going to say the same things about Sereno. He's too inexperienced. Our best right back in the academy is out on loan, who'd be on our under 23s. So, who is our right back at under 23 level? Because the best one we have is out on loan. And from what we have, which admittedly, in an ideal world, I'm not playing McGlaw at right back, but it's just the way that the situation that we're in at the moment. Blackpool look up for this, by the way. Blackpool look up for this. Yeah, Rovers TV. It's on the Rovers website. There's an international pass that I can pay for. We started slow at Huddersfield and got back into it. Yeah. But back to my McGlaw point. Honestly, I'm not playing McGlaw at right back if I don't have to. Obviously not. He's a centre back. He's probably our third or fourth choice centre back at most. So I don't want him playing at right back. But at the moment, with Pike out on loan, he's one of the only options we've got unless we want to play Buckley there. And Buckley is a, centre mid. Yeah, Sereno's at... Yeah, Tayo Edin at right back. That was the discussion the other day. Do we play Tayo Edin at right back? Or Pickering at right back? And play Tayo Edin at left back? There's so many things we could do. We weren't sure. But it's such a conundrum. That was why I was a bit nervous about today's team selection. To see what Mowbray would do. Yeah, it's the thing. Yeah, I'm sorry I forgot to acknowledge your comment. I have seen it 3 times. It's all good, mate. You can go and watch the Huddersfield game. Go and watch your team. It's all right. Thanks for your support. Dan Pike at right back. That would be ideal if he was still at the club. If he's at the club, if he's not gone on loan to Fylde, I start him. Simple as. On loan to get experience to be ready. I agree probably with. Yeah, I understand why he's gone out on loan. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I understand why he's gone out on loan, but was it a wise decision? If, because there's one better right back that's fit at the club at the moment in Nyambe. As soon as he gets injured, if he's still at the club, he comes straight in. Because you're saying we don't loan McGlaw out because of injuries. On the same vein, if we don't loan McGlaw out, I don't think we'll loan Pike out either. Just because our squad's thin. If our squad's plentiful, 100% we'll loan Pike out. But in hindsight, was it the best decision? Because I think Pike would have started today if he was at the club. Better start Pike now before Nyambe and Rankin Costello get back. Good a time as any. Yeah, he's not going to get the chance. He's not going to get the chance. And, is he ready for Championship football? Probably not. Is he a better right back than Tyler McGlaw is? I'd say. Chris says, I'm going to go and watch Huddersfield game too. Right, good press from, I think that's Brayton. He gives away a foul in the end, though. Rob Iverson, shaping up to another attractive game, like Huddersfield. Well, I mean, 1-0 down again, like Huddersfield, relatively early on. Blackpool pushing for a second, like Huddersfield. It's much this. Again, it's a very similar game. Very, very similar game. Ball over the top too long and out for a goal kick. Mowbray uses the experience card all the game. Well, experience is kind of important. It is important. I get your point about Pike, because I don't think he's ready for Championship football yet. But at the moment, do we have much better? I'm seeing as well on the view count, we've got a ton more viewers at this point in the stream than we have on pretty much any stream so far this season. So if you haven't subscribed yet to Rovers Chat, do so. There's a lot of content coming up. Obviously, all the FCA's content coming up very soon. So go and subscribe, follow on Twitter, and yeah, get yourself across all the channel content, because it's class. He might not be ready, but unfair to prejudge him when he hasn't had a kick at senior level. Thanks for answering my question, by the way, Chris. There's so many comments that I've got to get to. As Buckley drives forward, back stick towards Brio. He's going to keep it on. Get back to the comment in a minute. Yeah, it's a bit harsh to judge him, I agree. But then it's also hard. It's hard to. It's out of play. Poor ball. Blackpool throw. It's also hard to provide an opinion on him, because I've not really seen much of him. But I think from what I have heard, I don't know. At the end of the day, Pike's out on loan. He's not available, and we've had to throw McGlaw in as a stopgap. That's the way I see it. There's not much we can do about it. It's not ideal, but it is the way it is. Jason, I wanted to go back to this comment because I saw it before. How is Davenport not getting a game? Not even getting on the bench? Yeah, I think it's hard not even to put him on the bench. Good player for us at his best, especially last season. He was brilliant for a little patch. So, yeah, I think we could do with having him on the bench. Sometimes crazy that we can't. Free kick Rovers. Just left of centre. Come on. This might be our first real chance. A lot of Ben Brayton comments. Love this. Come on. Hopefully we can manifest a goal for him. Travis has been fouled by, who was it? It was Gary Medine, actually, back on defensive duties, that's fouled him. And a decent opportunity this for Rovers. I tell you what, I know Charlie Mulgrew scored one last time we played Blackpool away in League One. I tell you what, Mulgrew, not McGlaw, Mulgrew would love this. But at the moment, it's Pickering, Dolan, and Rothwell over it at the moment. Dolan's definitely left it. It's either Rothwell or Pickering. About probably 25 yards out. Pickering over the wall, over the bar. Didn't really come to much that in the end. David says he thinks he can see a goal coming. I mean, I hope so. I hope it doesn't end 1-0. Back-to-back defeats would be a real pain, obviously. But Blackpool will getting forward at the minute. Yeah, they look really up for this. Great tackle. Now Pickering for Rovers goes wide to Brayton Diaz. Checks and runs out of room, but it's a Rovers throw. What's the channel? Rovers TV. It's a subscription. So I don't know where you can watch for free. I say this all the time. I don't know a link you can use. I don't endorse going and using a link. But, find one if you want. Buckley. Can he get the ball forward? Dolan across looking for Gallagher. Couldn't find him. Behind for a Rovers corner. Finally, we're getting ourselves up there. Finally, we're creating a few chances. Mark says Davenport agrees, should be benched. You've provided a lot of discussion points, Mark, so thank you for that. Keeps these watch-alongs, keeps them entertaining, the comment interaction. Sadly puts the low-end policy of other teams ahead of own talent. I mean, yeah, it's good to see Bradley Johnson back. If Bradley Johnson isn't back, is Davenport there? Who knows? It's a shame that he's not. But corner for Rovers, whipped in, headed away, out to Rothwell on the edge of the area. Can he engineer a shot? He does, but it's charged down immediately. Miscontrol initially from McGlaw, but he gets back and finds it. And a shocking ball out wide towards Brayton Diaz is well wide. Well done with the viewers. Must have a lot of Blackpool fans watching. I mean, maybe. They haven't shown themselves in the comments yet, which I'm surprised. If they are here, I'm surprised why you've not. Because I think if this was a Blackpool stream and I was a Rovers fan, I'd be getting some comments in. How much does it cost? I think it's £10 for the one game. Which I think in the past when I've looked, a pound is equivalent to a 1,000 Chilean pesos, so it's about 10,000 Chilean pesos, maybe a bit less. Just on the Rovers website, you can find it if you are interested. Ball in board now to Buckley. Looking for Dolan, who takes the ball in field. Can he run at the Blackpool defence? Goes short to Rothwell. Spread out wide for Buckley. First time cross, and again, it's behind for another Rovers corner off Luke Garbett, who Carlo Ancelotti definitely doesn't know. And it's out for a Rovers corner from the right-hand side again. Great ball out wide to find Buckley, who fizzed it in first time, but couldn't find a Rovers player in the middle. Hopefully we can do something from this corner. It's whipped in high towards the back post. What a save! It's not going to matter. It looks like a free kick has anyway gone to Blackpool. It has done, so the goal would have been disallowed anyway, but still a very good point-blank save from Maxwell. I think it was Ayala. It was. He's becoming a real goal threat now. If you'd have said beginning of the season that Ayala would be a goal threat, you'd obviously understand why, but, I'd be more saying, how's he going to get out on the park for us, rather than how many goals is he going to score, but fair play. The corners are finding him at the moment. McGlaw has time, controls. Ball in field was too hot for Travis. Now Blackpool back in possession. Just over 16.5 minutes gone, and Blackpool a goal to the good. Not sure if it'll be Lavery's or a Carter own goal. It was initially given to Lavery, but it might be given as a Carter own goal later on. Travis looks to move into space. Unable to find too much though. Rothwell picks it up. Silky first touch. Drives in space. Shoots from range. Deflected and wide. Maxwell was scrambling, but it was way wide in the end. But it's behind for another Rovers corner. So we're really getting ourselves back into this game here. Brilliant first touch from Rothwell into space. Brilliant first touch. That was beautiful. But in the end, the shot was deflected. And behind for a corner. Will this one bring us a goal? It's Rothwell to bring it in. Flicked away only as far as Brayton Diaz on the left-hand edge of the penalty area. Ball back in towards Dolan. Just couldn't get up and win his header. McGlaw looks to Sweep up goes back to Kaminsky. Out wide to Buckley. Sounds like Rovers are pressing for an equaliser, says Darren Rover. Yeah, we've had a few corners. A lot of our attacks have gone down the right. I mean, a few have gone down the left, but all the corners have come in from the right, really. We have it on the left at the moment. Brio wants a foul. He's not going to get it. It's on Rovers TV. So it's a paid subscription. It's £10 or whatever the equivalent of that is to watch it. Ball down the line from Garbett. Well done, Ayala. Well done, Ayala. I don't know what Blackpool fans are complaining about because that's a good piece of defending. Ball down the line. And it's out for a throw. Physios are rushing out. They might be Blackpool physios. They are Blackpool physios. I'm not sure who's down. QPR apparently a goal up. I'm not sure who that is down. Is that Lavery? It's the goal scorer. Lavery's down. Suppose I could take this time to look at some of the other scores, possibly. Oh, I've got a minute or two. The Premier League and Championship and that. It looks like Blackpool are going to make a change. There is actually a couple of goals. Leeds are one up against Watford. Trevor Chalobah scored again for Chelsea. Lorente for Leeds, so centre halves getting on the score sheet. And Championship, I'm not sure if that's the only goal, the one that we talked about just before. Other than obviously the goal in the game that we're covering. Preston, it's Preston who are a goal down against QPR. Forest are a goal up against Birmingham too. Doesn't speak English. Okay, I'll try. Hopefully, I've got time. I suppose I can put the link in the comments, right? But if you want, I know I spoke well about Neil Yardley before and Warren Lucy, but it would be class if you want to watch the game. To watch the game, mute the commentary and listen to this. That would be nice. That should be the link there though that I've just put in the chat. I'm so sorry. I wish I could speak Spanish. There's so many brilliant comments. But they've gone to the bench. They have done. First change. Jerry Yates has come on. We were linked with him obviously in pre-season. Did well in League One. Ayala, good pressure from Yates. Had a play for the Blackpool throw. I wonder if we can get subtitles on here. Maybe that's something I need to speak to Dan about. If we can get subtitles or translations to Spanish, possibly. I wonder if we can do that. Back heel to Garbett, first time ball in. Pickering should be able to clear and send Rovers down the other end, perhaps. Ball down the line's cut out though. Good, Tyrese. Good bit of tracking back, and it's out for a Blackpool throw. I really do hope Diaz scores, though. I really hope Diaz scores. Or anyone for Rovers, as long as someone for Rovers scores. Throwing short. Travis should win and does. Looking for the 1-2. Had a play now for a Rovers throw, which Diaz will take. Just not happy with this start. Not happy at all with this start. With the scoreline, I should say. It's a good ball down the line. Blackpool looking for a second. Unmarked back post. My days, Rovers. That is disgraceful defending. That is absolutely woeful. I can't believe this. It's the hope that kills you, isn't it? It's the hope that kills you. I think it's Jerry H who's just come on as a sub. What is this defending from Rovers? Oh, headed back centre. It's just a tap-in on the line. It's just a simple header on the line. Ball back post. Initial header from Medine is saved by Kaminsky. Anderson does the great work down the left. Saved by Kaminsky. It's just nodded in on the line by Jerry Yates. 2-0. I'll tell you what, this is the worst that Rovers have played all season by a fair way. And now we're scrambling. Now we're really scrambling. I'm sorry. Like, if we're playing bad football, as much as I hate to say it, I'll say it. Because that marking is absolutely dreadful. Blackpool have got themselves a free kick. I think Ayala has been booked. This is a start from hell. This is a start from hell. Absolute start from hell, this. Schoolboy defending. It's dreadful defending. Guess our defence haven't learned from midweek. Well, that was... We said that the defending midweek for the goals was bad. That was a whole new level of bad. Ball into the back stick. Just unmarked. Completely unmarked. Apparently Jack's saying you can put subtitles on if you want. Anyone that slates like exactly Chris needs to watch his last two games because without him we look a shambles. Kaminsky, oh my, I thought he was going to come all the way off his line then. Ball whipped in, headed away by McGlaw. Not too far away though. Blackpool are on the surge again, blocked by Brayton. It's gone out of play. Everyone takes him for granted, optimised. I think we were all having these discussions about who's the most important player for Rovers. I always said Brayton. I think these two games highlight that Darrell Lenihan potentially is the next player to re-sign because without him, we look at 6s and 7s at the back. Maybe signing Jan Paul Van Heck, Van Hecker. Maybe he's quality, but if he's injured, we need immediate reinforcements. Or we needed immediate reinforcements. Blackpool are forward again. This could be anything at the moment. I tell you, this could be anything at the moment. It's a shocking start. It's a really bad start. This is sort of like QPR a couple of seasons ago. This is what it feels like. Just abject. Hopefully we can just turn it around. Switching again from the corner for Blackpool. They do well to keep that alive. It was Ekpateta who did a really good job of keeping that on for Blackpool. He's still got the ball. McGlaw sees him to the ground and wins Rovers a throw. Fair play. That's a good bit of defending from Tyler McGlaw. Like the PNE 4-1. Chris said he'd bring Cadra on now. Take McGlaw off, put Buckley at right back. But then again, like, taking Buckley up, putting Buckley at right back, as much as we get a spark from Cadra, putting Buckley in at right back would remove some of the quality from that midfield, which is probably a battle that we need to start winning. So I'm not sure about Buckley at right back, personally. I know he's played there before, but is Buckley at right back what we need? A change is what we need, but it just depends on what change it is. Come on, Rothwell. Rothwell still looks decent, despite us being 2-0 down and horrendous at the back. Rothwell looks like he could get us back into the game. Give the ball to Joe Rothwell, and we might have a route back in. Of course, we've been in this position before, like on the other side of it. I think Preston away last season, we started so well. Preston looked dreadful, and then we got back in. Let's bring that Pike debate back. Well, this is what we're saying now. Like before kickoff, and in the first 5 minutes or first 2 minutes or so, we were saying, "Oh, Pike's not ready," but he's probably better than McGlory's at right back. It's all going down that side for Blackpool at the moment. I don't blame him either. Despite the fact that you've got Ayala there, who's much a better defender than Carter. McGlory out of position again. Anderson forward, cuts it back, edge of the area. Poor cross in. Should be out of play for a goal kick, and it is. I tell you what, Ayala's a much better centre back than Carter is. But Pickering's a miles better fullback than McGlory is. And that's why everything's coming down the Blackpool left. Everything's coming down the Blackpool left. Just because of the fact that it's McGlory there. I know he cops a lot at midweek. Chances are he's going to cop even more today. And probably even more from the fans in the stadium because they're right on his side too. We have to get the next goal if we're going to get anything. Sooner the better, yeah. Well, the thing is, we don't look like getting much. We had a good spell for about 5 minutes, but since then, before and since, we haven't really looked like doing much. Here's McGlory again. Goes back to Travis. Gallagher, first time ball back to Buckley. Out wide now to Dolan. Can he take the ball in field? Come on, Tyrese. Cross blocked. Throw in. Or has it gone behind for a corner? I think it's gone behind for a corner. Just think Buckley offers more than McGlory going forward, and Kadra will give us an extra attacker. I know, is Buckley a better right back than McGlory's? Potentially, but he takes the quality out of midfield if he's going to go to right back, and we need to be winning that midfield battle. And it would be harder to win with Buckley at right back. Corner taken in low, behind again. And from the reactions, I think it might be a goal kick. Wasteful again. It's not been the starts of the game that we needed at all. I sound like Captain Obvious, but it is because it is so obvious. There's still time for us to get back into it, but to be honest, we don't look like it. Just got off work, says Jared. Well, I'm sorry that this is what you've had to come back to. And to be fair, mate, you haven't missed much from a Rovers point of view at all. Annesley, he is an international, or 3 at the back. Well, everyone's saying that Annesley's not ready. So no one perhaps is ready, but it just depends on what we want to go with. 5 at the back or whatever. Weaknesses in defence, unless we showed up the midfield battle is pointless. Yeah. Then I would question, is Buckley the man to go back there? But if it's not Buckley, who is it? Is it Taywedden off the bench? Is he suited to playing right back? No. No one's suited to playing right back. Oh, good skill, Dolan. Well done, Dolan. Across to Buckley and then McGlaw. But the thing is, no one's suited at right back. at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do, if we stick with McGlaw or if we make a change. Dolan looks to provide a bit of trickery. He's won us another corner. So we've had a lot of corners, particularly from this right-hand side. We're trying to get the ball down our right. And it's out for a corner. Yeah, great play from Dolan this again. Dolan and Rothwell look likely at the moment. How long's Lenihan out for? Hopefully back after the international break. I think he was close to playing today, but not quite. Corner's whipped in high, back stick. Again, there's another foul in there. So it's a Blackpool free kick. Another free kick given away from our own corner. Had a fiver. Had a fiver on any time goal, so please keep going, Jared. I tell you what, McGlaw goal would be insanity. What's more unlikely? I know that Nyambe isn't playing today, but say if they're both in the same team, what's more unlikely? A Nyambe goal or a McGlaw goal? Rothwell nods it down. Again, Rovers lose out in possession. Only Dolan, Buckley, and Rothwell look decent today. Yeah, I mean, Rothwell's been good. Dolan's been all right. Buckley's been tidy. Rest have been out of it. And Blackpool are miles on top. Forest City, better chance of me moving to England than a McGlaw goal. Well then, what's a Nyambe goal then for you? What's more chance of a Nyambe goal? Travis has been all right, but in the end, that midfield unit's just been overpowered. Nothing's fallen to Ben. Nothing's fallen to Sam. I wish with this amount of viewers that we have that this could be a game where everything would be optimistic. This was like Cardiff, but no, it's probably the worst performance of the season so far. In the league, especially. Good Rothwell. Really good from Rothwell. Oh, play the advantage, referee. Got away from him. 2 bloody roulettes. And he gives a free kick. He was away. Ball down the line for Diaz. Can he do something? He loses possession. Referee tells him to get up. Not a good start for Diaz, this. Hopefully he works his way back into it. Ayala. Over halfway. Really poor touch from Sam Gallagher. Then loses possession. Nothing's going right for us today. Nothing's going right for us at all. Absolutely nothing's gone right for us so far. Carter's just been bodied. And Blackpool are forward again. Dizzy Thumb says he can snatch from before half time. I hope you're right. I really do hope you're right. Sad that Gallagher has to play so deep because of McGlaw. Again, non-existent midfield, by the way. Non-existent midfield. They've just run right through the middle. Anderson goes back to Luke Garbutt. It is sad that Gallagher has to play so deep. Go on, Dolan. Press. Go on, Dolan. But yeah, he is playing a lot deeper just to try and help McGlaw out on that side. On our right side. Blackpool are inside the area again. Whipped in towards the back stick. Blackpool want a penalty. It's not going to be given, though. I'll put the link further up in the chat, so just scroll up and you should be able to find it. I'm just nervous that we're going to concede every time they go forward, and it's not a nice feeling to have. Cam Mowbray inspired a comeback, hopefully. That run looked like American football. Now I'm convinced McGlaw is playing American football. Oh, the ball's in behind McGlaw again. Anderson across goal. Carter's away to clear. Gallagher takes it in field. Forward to John Buckley. Out wide looking for Tyree Stoll. And Ekpateta gets across to cover. Goes back to Maxwell. Yeah. The midfield, I mean, the midfield has been overpowered. I don't know if I would even use over. Oh, Ayala, that's risky. Because, if something's been overpowered, you should think that there is a force from one side that's overpowering any force from the other side. And there's nothing. Our midfield's offering nothing other than potentially Buckley, which is a small force. So, yeah, I suppose. Is Carter holding his own? Hayden Carter, I think, has got to do a lot today. He's got a lot more on his plate because of McGlaw. He tried to clear the one off the line for the first goal, couldn't do so. Good piece of defending there. Can I just say, by the way, Gallagher's down injured for those not watching. So look at we can just keep saying that nothing's going for us today, and now Galley's down injured. I don't know what from. Oh, it's off the ball, I think, by the looks. So. So it looks like an off-the-ball injury for Gallagher, which is brilliant at a time when we're losing 2-0. Mowbray giving the Rovers lads a talking to. Barfly, more chance of Jarrah moving to England than an inspirational Mowbray talk. Midfield has been pulled out of position. It's all connected by bad defending. Guess another international break where all Rovers fans will be unhappy with the team. Unless we can turn this around second half. I mean, if we can get a point here, I think that we'll be happy with how things are going. I think we've got to take into consideration that Lenihan and Nyambe have been out, which has just decimated our defence. If Nyambe and Lenihan are in the team, we don't lose against Huddersfield. And we're probably not too down here either. So, Dizzy Thumb says Butterworth. Is he confirmed or is that just what you're wanting? Because I can just still see Galley walking off. It was doubtful before the game. Gallagher, yeah. Was it too much of a risk to play him? In hindsight, this is all hindsight. Everything is hindsight. It's so hard to just, yeah. It's hard. It's hard to talk about hindsight. You'd think it's got to be Butterworth, right? I'll tell you what, if Ian Pervader comes on now, I'd be tempted just to shut the stream down. Galley's, is he off down the tunnel? Looks, yeah, Galley's off down the tunnel. I don't know who's coming on. Are we playing with 10 at the moment? I think so. Diaz chases it down. And we've won a throw. I'm sorry, I really want to be upbeat today, but this result isn't helping things. Can we make the sub now? Have we made a sub? I haven't seen anyone come on. I think we're a man light at the moment, which at 2-0 down is not helpful. Mowbray needs to look at improving our defence when the next window opens. Yeah, definitely. We need more depth is the main thing. Good Brio. Breaks for Dolan. Keeps it. Pickering. Buckley. McGlaw making the run forward. Looks headed central. Can't get enough on it, but it's out for a Rovers throw. That was a good run by McGlaw, actually. Really good run from McGlaw. Just didn't get enough on the header. Back across goal, but McGlaw going forward might be something. It's just going back. So coming out for Gallagher, 2-0 down is Teo Eden. So not Butterworth. So I'm assuming that Eden's going to go into central midfield. I don't even know. Maybe we're trying to get a little bit more prominence in the midfield. So Teo Eden's on. Looked like a perfect opportunity for Butterworth. That one's been ignored. Is what it is, I suppose. Hopefully Teo does something for us, of course. In whatever position he's playing at. Maybe Eden goes to left back and We shuffle. I don't know. We shuffle something around a bit. Has Taywedden gone out on the wing? Is he playing left wing? Gallagher central. Oh, Rothwell's just been robbed of possession. Kaminsky's off his line, looking for the lob from absolutely nowhere. It's out of play. It looks like Taywedden's out on the left wing, and Gallagher's been moved central. We've got a winger on the bench. We've got Redekadra on the bench. If you want to play a winger, bring on Redekadra. Bring on Kadra. That's literally his position. Eden's a left back and a centre mid. Are you playing him at left wing? It just honestly, when he came on, the first time I saw Taywedden was on the wing, and Galley had moved central. I don't know if that's permanent or if that was just a temporary thing. Taywedden was out on the left wing, and Galley was central. I can't see him at the moment. Galley was central. Is it left back maybe? But then Pickering. They're moving forward again, Blackpool. They're looking for 3-0. Good defending. Still bouncing around. To be honest, I just need sense just to have a look at this formation. I think second half I might need to look at it then, because I don't know what's going on with that change. I really don't understand what we've switched to. 4 minutes of added time as well at the end of the first half. So, just please, I know you want what's happened with the formation. I know you want all the information. I just need to rack my brain around. Well, again, though, but defensive minded. But that side, that left-hand side, we look better in defence on the left anyway. And his job is to go forward and attack. That's why he's come into the team, and we're 2-0 down. Every time he's come on for us, he's looked positive. And this is a game where we're 2-0 down, nothing's gone right. We need something to change for us. I think this would have been perfect for Kadra, but he's not on. Teo Eden's out on the left. Pickering's overlap. Eden gives the ball away out for a throw for Rovers. Slide challenge come in from Sterling. Shouldn't be surprised with Mulberry roulette. Yeah. This is what I'm saying, Chris. I can't make out who's where. I can't make sense of this. I can't make sense of this myself. If I can't make sense of it, then what hope do the rest of us have? Have we gone maybe to a 5-back? Buckley at right back? I wouldn't have Pickering at centre half though. Last 10 minutes in Hyde. Well, because that's all he's done. He's only come on for 30 minutes each game that he's played. He hasn't had a proper run at it. That's why he's only come on for 10 minutes, because that's the only time we've given him. Give him more time, he might change, might play for longer. Can't judge him on that, because he's played half an hour both the games that he's come in for, in my opinion. Buckley, lofted ball, back stick. Oh, I think it was Ayala that got up, but through to the keeper. I'm going to need the half-time break to try and sort out who's where, because I still can't comprehend it. Garbutt heads it down. Good turn. Blackpool, they're moving forward again. Keshi Anderson out on the Blackpool left. Looks to go forward. Buckley wins it. McLaurin field. They're going down McLaugh's side every time. If we can't figure out what chance do the players have. Amen. Amen. I just want to try and make sense. Brio is now out on the right by the looks. That might help us somewhat. I think Teo Eden's out on the left wing because Brio's gone to the right. I like to think I've sorted it. So same back four. Eden's out on the left, so it almost looks like a straight swap, which makes no sense. I thought that's what it might have been initially. It looks like Brio's now out on the right, so our best player for the season's now been swapped, out of his position onto the opposite wing to accommodate a left back or a centre mid. Buckley with the ball in, headed down, kneeling to path of Brayton. Dolan's onside. We have a last-minute chance. Great Dolan. Oh, across the face of goal. So unlucky. Dolan, that was brilliant. Dolan's been our best player in this first half, probably. Great bit of skill. Gets to the byline. There just has to be someone there. Someone gambles, it's 2-1. Rovers in the late corner, this time from the left. Goal will give us a bit of momentum. Whipped in. Headed away. And thank goodness that first half's over. It's half time, and that was woeful. I might need to rant. So I hope, the majority of us are all Blackburn fans. So, quick question. Is it okay if I rant here? Because I'm going to need to. League One standard team, says Chris. We look like the League One standard team, to be fair, mate. We look like the League One team. Here's the start of my rant. I've not really ranted much on this channel. I don't like ranting about Rovers. I don't like speaking negatively about Rovers. But as a fan, sometimes you've got to tell it how it is. I want to rant, but don't want to clog up the chat. Mate, clog up the chat. I'll go through all these comments and highlight them. If you keep them PG, I will highlight them. So don't worry about clogging up the chat. If you want to rage, safe space. Rage all you want. Where do I start other than Tyler McGlaw? I really want Tyler McGlaw to do well. He isn't up to it. He really isn't up to it. To be fair, I've said multiple times, who else have we got? We haven't got many other players. Then, you know what? He's played really poorly, but we don't have much. Would I have recalled Dan Pike? Yes, I would have recalled Dan Pike if we were legally able to. I don't know if we were. But the one thing I want to say, Teo Eden on at left wing baffles me. We've got Kadra and Butterworth on the bench. Even Paveda. Paveda's been, not been great since and that's probably an understatement. He's been really poor. But all three of them are better suited to left wing than Teo Eden is. Hell, even Leighton's played there. Even that's his position. But there's so many players better suited than Teo Eden. The only player I would have brought on, less than Eden at left wing is Bradley Sonic Johnson, who's a CDM. He's a centre mid. That's the only player I would have brought on, other than less than Eden at left wing. All the other players on that bench, excepting obviously Ainsley Pears, are more suited to left wing. That is Kadra's position. If you're going to bring on a left winger, well, someone's playing left wing, bring on a left winger. Bring on Kadra. That is his position. Everything's gone down Blackpool's left to go at McGlaw. McGlaw's not up to it. I'm sorry. I wish he was. I really want him to do well. But he's not doing well. Dan Pike offers more than McGlaw does at right back. Going forward, we actually haven't looked horrendous. Diaz has been quiet. Galley was quiet. But Dolan and Rothwell and Buckley have actually looked okay. But defensively, man, that first goal. I hope you're right. I hope Eden scores a hat-trick and does everything. I hope I'm providing decent comedy. That wasn't my intention. 10 people have now turned off since the start of this rant, but hopefully the true Rovers fans have stayed. The defending for that first goal. Strike me down. Strike me down, that was dreadful. You're just leaving. I can't remember who it was at the back stick. I think it was Gary Medine. You're leaving Gary Medine, who's an experienced championship striker. That was the second goal even. Second goal, not the first goal. Second goal. You're leaving a championship striker on the back stick, a free header. And then the defending after that, Kaminsky, well, I mean, he parried it straight to Yates. There's not much more Kaminsky can do. The marking for that second goal was deplorable. We look like the League One side. Never mind Blackpool, who've just come up. And Rovers, who come into this weekend 6th. We look like the League One team in that first half. Injuries don't help. Admittedly, they don't help. But come on. The defending, man. And the substitution. Really unfortunate about Galley, who was quiet. But Teo Eden at left wing. Surely Kadra or Butterworth or even Ian Poveda comes on instead of Teo Eden. We have to switch on. We have to give the ball to Dolan or Buckley because they look like it. Travis has been all right, but he's not the most attacking. Dolan's looked good down that right-hand side. He's probably been our man of the match so far. Travis has been tidy. Buckley's been tidy. Everyone else, not great. Let's be honest. Really not great. We need to switch on and we need the wake up. This is our wake up call. Huddersfield was the first alarm. This is the second and third alarm. These alarm bells are really ringing now for me. Bit squeaky, but I'll blame it on the mic. The mic's not great. My voice is high. I'm fuming. Please, I'm sorry. Bear with me because I am not happy. This is the biggest game so far in our season. And that happens. I mean, that would be a Mowbray substitution, wouldn't it? Especially because he's from Middlesbrough. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? I tell you what. Obviously, that one's never going to happen. But I would have almost said that Teo Eden coming on for Galley would have been almost as outlandish. And yet that's happened. We need a goal. Of course we need a goal. Yes, we do. We really do, David. Hopefully we can get one early second half. Huddersfield 0-0 against Luton. I'd love it for it to be 0-0 right now. Bold statement, if we score before 55 minutes, we win. It's going to have to come down our right-hand side, isn't it? Or maybe not down our right. Well, our right-hand side, attacking-wise, probably looks better than our left-hand side does. But defensively, our right-hand side looks pointless. It's a real catch-22 we've got here. I don't know how we're going to sort it out. I haven't looked at Twitter yet. Even when we lose, I look at Twitter just to see what the fans are saying. I haven't had the chance yet. Maybe I'll take a minute, just to go through our contributors chat, just to see what we're all saying. Is there anything that's being said? Yeah, things are being said already. Awful half. Eden left and Buckley, yeah. It looked like Teo Eden had gone left wing for me. It looked like he had. I just lost for words that first half. I'm lost for words first half. Right before an international break, man, as well. All right. Okay, rant over. Okay, let's be optimistic. Let's try and be optimistic for the second half. It's going to be tough, but we've got to at least try. Don't want to be on McGlaw's back because he's so young and really should be on loan to get more experience. He's not up to the standard. I agree with all that, yeah. I agree with every single bit of that. McGlaw should be out on loan. I agree. He's inexperienced. I agree. It's so harsh. It's a horrible position for him to be put in. But this is his chance, and he's not taking it. It's so harsh on McGlaw. It's so harsh on McGlaw. But at the end of the day, he's not been good enough, and he's been our weak point. Dan Pike. I mean, the thing is, they're saying they don't want to loan McGlaw out because we don't have depth. McGlaw is a centre half by trade, right? At worst, at centre half, we've got Lenihan, Carter, Ayala, potentially bring Annesley up, or you bring up what's his name? Sam Barnes, maybe, I don't know. No, not Barnes, Burns. Or one of the two. One of the two centre half. I get confused between the two. You've got players at centre half. At the club, who have we got at right back? Nyambe's now injured. Brankin Costello's now injured. Pike. If we're talking about depth, you don't loan out the right back. The only other right back you've got for cover. That's the thing that now annoys me. With the one injury we have, the worst player that we can have get injured at the moment is Nyambe. And it's happened because we've got no depth. No depth at right back. And you say we don't loan out McGlaw because of depth at centre half. Why have we loaned out Pike? And next of all, why have we loaned him out to Fylde? Loan him inside the window to a Football League club where it's a decent enough standard. Oh no, just wait until after the window and loan him to the sodding National League North. It's not worth it. Might as well keep him playing in the 23s at that point. I'm still Mowbray in for some of the people saying Mowbray out. I know you're saying that's what the fans will be saying. And for all the fans, if you are currently Mowbray out, I don't want to say give your head a wobble because that's too harsh, but Mowbray's not the issue here with this game. Ash Phillips. How have I forgot Ash Phillips? You could put him on the bench. McGlaw's 5 years older than Harvey Elliott. That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. I just, yeah. These last two games, or last game and a half after after Nyambe went off it injured against Huddersfield, just shows how bad the decision was to loan out Dan Pike. And again, it's hindsight. Mowbray wouldn't have loaned out Pike knowing that there would be an injury to Nyambe, or expecting there to be an injury to Nyambe. So it's hard to predict that, but it just shows how bad it's been. And everyone makes mistakes, but it's just not worked out for us at all. Can't be Mowbray out when we're 8th with this Waperton squad. Agreed. Not Mowbray out, but I don't see any progression. Look, I'll just say on Mowbray, I've fluctuated, I won't lie, at points. Especially last season in between like January and March, I was Mowbray out. But Mowbray, even now, with this result as we currently stand, this doesn't really affect how the tenure's gone. This result doesn't affect how the tenure's gone, right? But Mowbray has got this club to a much better place than when he found it. I think all Rovers fans can agree with that, right? When Coyle was sacked, I can't even believe I'm mentioning his name. When that manager, who I don't even want to give time in the airwaves, when he was sacked, the club was in such a bad position, and it's in a slightly better one now. So we've had the progression, and then is it stunted? I'm not sure. I agree. David agreed to what? I was looking for your comment because I assumed you were talking to me there. You agreed to what? I probably agree. I'm probably just affirming your point, but it might sound like I'm disagreeing with you. I'm probably not disagreeing with you, but I don't like what are you agreeing to? Because I don't see your initial comment. Was it the one where it's like we need a goal? Yeah, that I agree with that 100%. I was just emphasizing your point. I agree 100%. I know that you're agreeing with me, but I was just emphasizing your point. Boiled statement, dislike. Oh, that's two managers. Oh, I've lived through them both. I'm not even sure. That's just not a conundrum that I want to think about. Second half's about to get underway. Thanks for that, guys, by the way. I hope that we've had a rant and that our heads are slightly clearer and that we can, that we can be a little bit calmer. I might just need to breathe a bit. Second half's underway. Rovers from right to left. Blackpool from left to right. This has not been enjoyable. Yeah, I also agree we need a goal. Second half to start. Yeah. Well, we're away in the second half. Long ball up towards Dolan, who's looking to press. He's done well. He's kept that in as Tyrese, has he? Yes. Okay, he's kept the ball in. He's done well there. Oh, he's been scythed. That's a yellow. Surely. Ty Dolan's just been absolutely scythed. And it is a yellow. He's in a heap, is Ty Dolan. If he goes off injured, then I swear. He's been hacked. He just swiped at his standing leg. He swiped at his back leg. It's a dreadful tackle. The camera's still on Ekpateta, so I don't know if Tyrese Dolan's still down. Or if he's back up. Tell me he's back up, please. He's off the pitch, but sort of on his haunches, or like sort of holding his leg a little bit. He's standing back up straight, so we should be fine to continue. A Dolan injury is really not what we need at the moment. Free kick from the left-hand side, though. A goal here would really help. Dolan's not got much aerial presence anyway, so it doesn't really affect things too much. Pickering Rothwell over the free kick. Pickering to whip it in. Not a bad ball, that. Header on goal was saved, though. On target. Yeah, dreadful tackle. It was a dreadful, dreadful tackle. Is it a red? I mean, the question probably deserves to be asked. It was an awful tackle. Just hopefully get a pen in the next 10 minutes. I mean, I wonder when the last time Rovers had 3 pens in 3 games. Oh, that's lucky to stay in from a Blackpool point of view. Johnson for Dolan? No. Can't be Johnson for Dolan. Cadra for Dolan, if anything. He's been our most, enterprising player. And Johnson would add stability, but there's only so far that stability can get you when you're 2-0 down chasing a game. I think Dolan's fine anyway. So let me make sense of this front three. Still looks as though Teo Eden's out on the left wing. Possession given away. Pickering, come on. Goes out wide to Teo Eden. Infield. Rothwell's got space to drive into. Does he drive? Does he run out of room is the question. Answer is yes, he does. Watch Mowbray bring Provader on before Cadra. I hope you're wrong, 7788. I really do hope you're wrong, because Cadra has really impressed me. Something about that Rovers number 7. First Armstrong, then Cadra. Pickering lofts it up towards Dolan, who takes it down. Now to play for a throw. Pervader masterclass incoming. I hope you're right. If Pervader comes on, hope he absolutely dazzles. Good Pickering. Come on. Whipped in. Diaz in the middle. It's past him. McGlaw keeps it on. Buckley goes down the line, crossed in. Oh, it's not a bad ball! It's in! Come on! Back in it! Brio! Double figures for the season! Already! That's some ball! Diaz! 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 That's come out of nothing. John Buckley. I said his assist against Cardiff was insane. That almost tops it. Right from the right-hand touchline. That is absolutely on a plate for Brio backstick. My days. That's to his feet. That is the perfect ball. You couldn't put that more on a plate. You genuinely couldn't put that any more on a plate. Flares have come out as well. Wrong colour since it's a yellow flare and we're playing in red. But even still, get in Diaz. That is some ball. That is some ball. Maybe it gives us some sort of point to launch from. That would have been loud on the mic, I know, but come on. That is some ball from Buckley. I swear down. Anyone, you know, we said before, anyone that has a go at Lenihan needs to watch the last two games. Anyone that's had a go at Buckley needs to watch him this season. Because the Buckley slander needs to stop. All of the mentions are at Diaz, and I understand it with all the Chilean fans we've got in here. I don't see one mention, if you're watching the game, I don't see one mention of John Buckley and how good that ball was. Buckley at right wing back is the future. Potentially, it was from the right wing, yeah, there you go. But if you're watching the game, just reiterate back to me how good that ball was. And if you're not watching, it's hard to paint a picture of how good the ball was. It was just like, if you said to me there, Brayton's going to be in the middle, and the position from where Buckley was, put the perfect ball in, it couldn't have been any more perfect than what it was. Now Rovers have got something to launch from. That's what Eugene said before. I didn't bring up the comment. Rothwell driving forward. Shoot is... Oh, he shoots, but it's low. And at the goalkeeper. One of the best on the ball that I've seen, says Sonny. Needs to improve physically. I disagree. I mean, it would be nice to see him improve physically, even further than what he's already got, of course. But I don't think it's a massive problem. He gets stuck in, does Bucko? He gets stuck in. Brayton's out on the left. Can Buckley take it down? He can, but not quick enough to release the ball. Couldn't quite get it under his spell quick enough. Dolan. Travis. As well to evade one challenge. In fact, it's pulled back. So he didn't really evade it. Let me scroll back quickly through the comments. All the Diaz comments are class. Love it. Hey, what's Chris say? He said it. Half time. Scored before 55. We win. We've scored before 55. Good ball. Looking for Brio. Max off his line. Bit of a hashed clearance, but they should be able to get away okay, Blackpool. Can we get another? Good tackle, Teo Eden. He's got the ball back off Rothwell. Diaz. Can he move into space? Shot. Oh, spilled initially. Dolan was following in. Much better, Rovers. Much, much better. Maxwell nearly spilled it into the path of Dolan for 2-2. That's a good point. That's a good point. Brio's going to win it, but Buckley should be nominated. Oh, he's nearly spilled it right into the path of Dolan. Rovers looked miles better. Eden again, tracking back, won the ball again. Rothwell over the top. Oh, not enough on it. But he's straight back in, Rothwell. Straight back in. And now this is the first test for McGlaw. Seen out of play. Someone just go back and cover for him. Someone get back and cover for him. Just help him out. Has Eden done well? Was obviously didn't have much time at the end of the first half. Second half, he's been good. Second half, he's been really good. He's on the wing, which is a weird one, but he's got back and won the ball multiple times. Buckley, first time for Dolan. Oh, had to be better. Eden is quality. I was very surprised that he didn't come in on left wing, I'll say that. Maxwell's down injured here for Blackpool, the goalkeeper. They might need to change in between the sticks here, Blackpool. They've got Stuart Moore on the bench. He might have to come on. I think, I've not really seen a lot of him because he's not really, the cameos that we've seen, he's been tidy, but he's not done too much. This has been his best game so far, his best cameo, his best spell. Because even going forward, this is not his position. Getting back, he's been able to show that defensive quality he's got and win the ball back. Totally different second half, 100%. TM throwing his toys at the pram at half time for a first, and we've got one. We've got one. This might take a bit of the sting out of the game, though, this delay. It's a shame. Diaz over Armstrong. Not sure if I'm prepared to have that discussion just yet, in all seriousness. But we've done well. Who do you drop for Dagenham? That's a tough one. Because initially you'd think Rothwell, wouldn't you? But Rothwell's been amazing. Buckley's been amazing. Travis, you don't drop Travis. Do we then change shape? We might have to change shape if Dak was to come back in. And drop someone like a Gallagher or a Dolan. Which, again, I'm not sure. Probably Gallagher maybe. And change shape. Potentially. If you're saying a straight swap, it'd be very harsh on Buckley or Rothwell, but it's obviously one of those two. You might get mad at me for sitting on the fence here, but it's going to be such, I'm going to say, a good headache for Mowbray to have. Is that Luke Kimberley? Oh, yes, the Rovers Chat lads! Hildred and Luke. Can I get the camera out quickly? Is it going to go? It's Kimberley and it's bloody Hildred. Sorry, I had to get that on camera. Absolute TV stars. Oh, that's class. That's class. Ryan and Dan, not Ryan and Dan, Ryan and Luke are on my Rovers Chat stream. Or were on my Rovers Chat stream. There's still a delay going on, so there you go. But that was nice. That was very nice. That was very nice to see. That makes me happy, seeing those two. Look at him, celebrities. Get the paparazzi out. There we go. That's, even when they're not on the stream, they still get themselves a mention. Fair play to the lads. That was quality. Back to the question. Unfortunately, we can't. No. He signed a contract. And he's probably, when fit, our best player. Don't consider life without Daka. We have to fit him in somewhere. But where is the problem? That's the thing. It's such a tough one to answer. Because all the players in Dak's position have been doing well. Dak for Gallagher and Dolan out wide. Wouldn't mind that. I think as good as Gally's been. See, Maxwell takes the long kick forward. And he's gone down injured again. Hands on his knees. So I think eventually Blackpool will make the change in net. But I think, well, I mean, multiple players have come back from multiple ATLs before. Callum Wilson's done it to a decent level. I know the one that's happened like in modern times. There's a lot of cases in Australian rules football over here where players have come back from multiple ACLs, albeit different sport, but players can come back from multiple ACLs and still do a decent job. So I think Daki still could. But it's just, where do you play him? You've got to play him, but where is the problem? It's going to be a late one. It's going to be a late game. You're right. It's going to be a very late end. We've seen the best of Dak probably, but he's still incredibly valuable. If we've seen the 100% best of Dak, I still think we can see a 90-95% Bradley Dak. So Blackpool are going to have to make that change because their keeper's gone down again. Bring him on for Galley and change shape, yeah. I don't think he can harm that midfield. I don't think you change that midfield. Maybe you play... Would you trust Brio and Dolan as a 2? And play maybe like a diamond, possibly? Like a 4-1-2-1-2 like we used to? With Dak as the 10, Travis sitting, Rothwell and Buckley as 8s, and play Dolan and... I mean, admittedly, when we used to play that, we used to have Armstrong and Graham up top. So, I'm not sure if we trust a Dolan and a Brio. Dolan other wing. Diaz up front. Dak 10, Rothwell wing. So what? Play like a 4-3-3, but instead... But then again, Rothwell wing. I'm not sure about that. Rothwell and Dolan on... Oh, so you say... Yeah, okay. Let me try and deduce what you're trying to say. So Dak is a 10. Then who are you taking out of the midfield then? If you're playing Dak as a 10? Or are you playing a... Well, you're not playing a diamond, are you? If you're playing wingers. If Rothwell goes... Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Rothwell could be going in Jan. I'm not going to hate you for that. I'm not going to hate you for that at all. Dolan is the Dacky. Dolan could be. And they are making a change in net. Not often you see this. Not often you see this. A change in net. Maxwell's off. And Stuart Moore is coming on. Christian, yeah, it was a good goal as well. It was a really good goal for Diaz. This game is going to the 9900th minute. I won't lie. This is going to go late. It was a great goal from Brio. It was a brilliant goal from Brio. Galley, Diaz, Dak in the middle of them. Dolan impacts. Oh, Dolan's been so good though. It's so harsh to drop him, but like at the end of the day, with Dak coming back, you've got to fit him in. You've got to make a tough call somewhere. I think the way that we don't make a tough call is if Rothwell gets sold, then you can replace him. Why for like who's that? Who's who? Stupid handsome keeper and his stupid pecs. Is that the goalkeeper that's just come off? I'm gonna leave you to sort that. I'm not gonna comment. Stuart Moore, goalkeeper just come on. Oh, Brio, come on, cut back. Oh, it's not gonna go behind for a corner. Rothwell wanted it. Well, Jared, I'm gonna leave that one to you, mate. I'm not gonna comment because I don't think it's my place to. If she's listening, then you know I'm completely removing myself from this discussion because I think I'm safe doing that. Good thing is we don't need to rush Dak back. Yeah, if we play like this at the moment, then we don't need to rush him back. We can wait until he's 100% ready. Oh, I'll tell you what, and I thought he's one of those throw there. He's been good since coming on, to be fair. I was a bit bemused at his substitution and playing him out on the left wing, but he's not done too bad for me. Comeback is on. Jackie G, 100% is back on. We've been miles better second half. Should we get something out of this? Hopefully. I mean, if we grab another goal in the next 10-15, we can maybe go on and look to win it. But we do, of course, need to grab that second goal. Oh, McLaw's just been robbed. Oh, is it Edmonds been robbed? Edmonds was robbed. Got through to Kaminsky. Just clear the ball. Switch cameras at a bad point there. I thought that Kaminsky might lose it. But he hasn't lost it. The one thing I like about Tay Wedden at the moment, right? The one thing I'm absolutely buzzing about with Tay Wedden is he's, you know, even though he's playing advanced and high up the pitch, he's getting back and defending. Whether that's immediately after losing the ball or he's getting back to a more natural position on the pitch, you know, close to our defensive goal and defending. He's doing a decent job. He really is doing a decent job for me. Long ball from Kaminsky. Headed on by Dougal. Sorted out. One of you. Good, McGlaw. Hold on. Kaminsky. Wants to get it upfield again. Clearance. And the header's won by Blackpool. Eden. Nice and tidy too. Pickering. He goes long down the line looking for Dolan. He won't quite get there. It just disappears through to Stuart Moore. Rovers look miles better second half. Miles better. I think the old hairdryer must have come out at half time because we look miles better second half. Like chalk and cheese. Honestly. Such a stark difference second half. In a good way, of course. Dolan's still pressing. How good is it to see that, by the way? Dolan just constantly pressing. It's brilliant. Blackpool moving forward again, though. They've got the overlap on their left-hand side. That's going to be a corner. It's a goal kick. We'll take that. We'll take that 100%. Again, viewership is on its way up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask everyone to subscribe. And then what I'll also do is this is going to go on translate. So for all the Chileans on here, I can't actually speak Spanish. So I hope this is doing a decent job. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask everyone to subscribe to Rovers Chat, like the video, and I hope that's decent enough Spanish. Buckley wins it back. Free kick's gone to Rovers. He won the ball anyway. So get yourself subscribing, liking the video, get yourself across all the content. Definitely. Definitely Vamos Brereton. Vamos Brereton. Definitely. I'll leave that up there for a moment or two. Translates to subscribe to Rovers Chat. So hopefully that's now a universal message. Ball over the top for Teo Eden. Can he pull it back? Oh, he won't get the chance. Offside. I'll tell you what, there's still a long while left in this game yet. There's still a long while left. Probably another half an hour. Because there's going to be that much stoppage time. It's going to be unreal. Got to say, Buckley has gone further out to the right. McGlaw looks comfortable. Well, we said that about McGlaw, didn't we? I mean, I don't know if we can necessarily call it a 5-back. But we said that McGlaw would work better in a 5 than he would in a 4. And while this isn't a 5-back, it more accurately represents why McGlaw is better in a 5-back because there's more coverage on that side to help him out. McGlaw, I say second half. First half, he was woeful. Second half, he's been all right. He's got people on that side to help him out. Get yourself subscribed to Rovers Chat, everyone, and get liking the content and all of that, because there's a lot on its way. Sadly, an international break, but I'm sure that we'll have stuff planned over that time. But before that, though, we've got this game to finish. Hopefully, we can get at least a point from it. Oh, Traveller's out. Ball forward. Carter is now standing up to Dougal. It's not a bad ball. Pickering, great defending. Sees it behind for a corner. Had to get across, though. I don't know where McGlaw was in all of that, but Carter pushed him out wide. Good ball in behind, and Pickering got himself across. Would take a point. I mean, from 2-0 down away, I probably would too. from the start that we had and how woeful we looked first 10-15. Yeah, I probably would take a point. Another goal for Blackpool, and it just kills us, doesn't it, really? Corner whipped in. Rovers should really clear. Buckley heads it away. Rothwell immediately looking to press, but I do think Blackpool are going to come forward again. Out wide to Yates, but he won't get there. Rovers have got themselves a throw. Yeah, we all love Ben. We all love Ben. Ben Brayton is quality. I'm just stating the obvious. Ball out wide towards Brio. Keeps it. Got a bit lucky, but he gets forward, Brio. Can he shoot? Oh, it would have tested more, but good block en route to goal, and Rovers have got another corner. That would have tested him. Good bit of defending to make sure that Moore didn't have to do a lot of work. Brio looking much more lively second half. The confidence is brimming, honestly. He's on fire, Brio. Yeah, he is. Ball whipped in. Oh, Ayala! He got up as well. Eden goes straight across to pick him up. That's good to see. We like that. Ayala should do better there. I'll say it. He got up and he looks like he's going to win a lot of the stuff he goes up for. And he's tall and probably should be getting up to win everything and winning everything he gets up for. But he looks menacing in the air now, Daniel Ayala. But he should have been able to direct that one closer to the target than what he ended up doing. There's still hope that we can grab a point. Dolan couldn't quite get the header down to a teammate. Ayala, that's a poor header. Another poor header from Ayala. Obviously, it was a header that gave the ball away from him for the first goal, and it looked like they would get themselves another chance, but Rovers have just pushed Blackpool back here. Long ball forward, diagonal. Well done from Carter to get up. Bowler takes it down. Looks to skip past Pickering, but he's able to see it out for a Blackpool throw. I don't know if there's anyone with South American relations. I know Paveda obviously does, but that's obviously known about. Not quite South American, but Sam Gallagher has Scotland relations. So maybe that's something that he could explore. Rothwell, surely fouled. Tell me he was fouled. Oh, if that wasn't a free kick, then Blackpool could have been onto something. But it was. Now Rothwell's limping. He's all right, though. Pickering looks to get the ball forward. Oh, great ball in behind, round the corner. Dolan! Can he pull it across? Is that a penalty? Oh, not according to the referee, it isn't. The shouts for a pen. Let's have a look. I'm not sure from the angle that I saw it at. I'd have to see it from the other angle. I need to see it from the other angle because I'm not sure if he's won the ball. If there's another angle to that penalty shout, I want to see it. Because if he hasn't won the ball, that's a penalty. I think Mowbray's arguing that he hasn't. I want to have a look because I need to see it from the other angle because it's too hard to tell from the initial one as to whether he's won the ball or not. Let's have another look if we can. We'll get back to it on the penalty because Judon Sterling is still down and receiving treatment. Blackpool have used 2 subs at the moment, so they've got a third one still in reserve. Ben Brayton, the best. How good is he? He is brilliant. He is brilliant. Ben Brera, God. Could not agree more. Vamos Rovers. Oh, that was the other angle that I wanted to see it from, but I was looking at the comments. I wanted to see it from that angle, and I've missed it because I was looking at the comments. Maybe they might show another replay because it was the reverse angle I needed to tell whether that was a penalty or not. I suppose it doesn't really matter what I think though because it's not been given. So, and with another injury, the stoppage time at the end of this game, it might be into double figures. It might be 10 minutes. Dolan stood up immediately, yeah, but you see players stand up immediately even if potentially they are fouled, so there weren't really many complaints from Dolan. But I don't know. Again, it doesn't matter what I think because it's not been given, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Buckley, outwide Pickering, down the line looking for Eden. Can he keep it? He can. He's done well. Rothwell looking over the top for McGlaw, who's bombed down the wing. And I think he might have got us a corner. I thought that the assistant referee was pointing to the corner flag, but McGlaw's running back into position, so I'd suggest not. On second viewing, it's a goal kick. Apologies. Best player, Dolan for me. Dolan today, especially first half when the chips were down. Brio's been insane second half though. Hello to you too, Vicky. I understand there's a lot of Chileans in the comments, so I'm going to try and translate. Again, annoyingly, I can't speak Spanish. I'll translate. I'll translate when there's a break in play. Can Rothwell get there? No, he can't. Pickering. Travis. Buckley. Back to Travis. Eden out wide. Diaz. Cuts in field. Shoots. Blocked. And cleared. Rovers coming back though now. Rothwell. Forward for Diaz and won't quite work out. Sorry, I know that people want to ask questions, but I'm just trying to translate. I'm trying to do multiple things at once. No, I can't speak Spanish. I can't. I'm sorry. Dolan's a great player. Yes, he is. Time only. What do you mean time only? I'm sorry. I'm a bit confused. Well, I mean, speaking of time, the time on the scoreboard's gone off for me, so that's quite annoying. Yes, mate. What's up? What's up? Rothwell man of the match for me. Yeah. Rothwell has been good as well. He deserves a mention, but I think Dolan and Diaz. Well, as Diaz has improved, we have as well. So they've been the three. Dolan, Diaz, and Rothwell. To be fair, all three of them, even in the first half, weren't too bad when we were woeful in defence. And Eden's been very good second half. Time, Ollie. Yeah, the scoreboard's gone off the screen, so I can't see the time. So I do apologise. Rothwell. Back to Dolan. Towards the back stick. Dolan's going to get a second bite of the cherry. We're back in again towards the back post, towards Brayson. A free kick's going to Blackpool. Ideally for free. I don't know a free place where you can watch it. I know you can pay and watch it on the website. It was up in the comments, but it's been so long since I put it in, so I'll put the link back in for you. And for people asking for my Instagram, want to follow me, my Instagram and my Twitter is there. If you want to chuck me a follow. And for Rovers Chat, is just Rovers_chat. There's my personal Twitter. But the Twitter for the page is, it's either Rovers, it might be Rovers Chat underscore, actually. Who do you think will get our equaliser? I mean, to be fair, Dolan looks likely to create something. The scoreboard's still off the screen for me, so I don't know how long we've got left. Dolan looks likely, Eugene. Brio, obviously. Time's back on the screen, so we've got 79, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Bear in mind, there's probably going to be about 10 minutes of stoppage time, or close to, because of all the injuries. I don't think I'm over-exaggerating there either. There's going to be a lot of stoppage time. There's going to be a lot. Oh, driving shot on goal is low and wide, just wide. That might have almost killed the game. That might have almost killed the game. It's bad that I don't even know our on Twitter handle, by the way, because I know it changed, so I can't remember what it's changed to. Even though it changed a long while ago, I've still got confused. Yeah, I was right with the Twitter handle for Rovers Chat. Do I like Peaky Blinders? Haven't seen it. Cadra's on. Cadra's on for the final 10. There was a comment before from David saying he only gets 10 minutes and disappears. Well, it's because we only give him 10 minutes. Of course, he's going to have more like 20 because, again, like I say, the added time. I don't know who's gone off. McGlaw's gone off. So, okay, we are going really attacking now. It must be, we must have gone to a back four. Maybe Buckley might have dropped to right back. I'm not sure. But McGlaw's off. Cadra's on. Very attacking change. I like it. Still got one change to use, haven't we? Because Cadra and Eden have come on. So still got one change to use. Can we get ourselves an equaliser and then maybe go on and win it? We have to get the equaliser first, of course. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Rothwell needs an option. Kaminsky was making one for him, but was ignored. Ball forward towards Diaz. Can't get to him. Favourite player at Rovers is Leighton Clarkson because he's a mate of mine, and Tyrese Dolan, and then Brio. They're my top three. We are going for the equaliser. 100% we are. Playing some good football. Cadra on the right at the moment. Buckley in field finds Cadra. Oh, finds Travis even. Cadra's wider of him. Swipping in first time. Cadra. Heavy ball, but he's able to control the German. Back on the ball again. Good bit of skill. Whipped into the middle. Oh, missed clearance. The first one was, but they're able to get it away, Blackpool. Rovers still looking decent. Still looking decent. Still time to at least get a point from this. Great from Cadra. Low ball. Missed clearance from Richard Keogh. Oh, are we in? Oh, the ball's in the back of the net. Is Brio offside? He is. Oh, my days. I just saw the ball rolling into the back of the net. I was looking at the comments. Brio's offside. Oh, no. How much extra time? Richard Keogh is still going. Of course he's still going. Yeah, I just saw the ball rolling into the back of the net, and Brio didn't really celebrate. It looked too easy. Extra time, 10 minutes probably, I'd say. 10 minutes. Or close to. 9 or 10. 7, there'll be more than 7, I think. Maybe that's just me being biased, I don't know. I think there'll be more than 7. Oh, great, Eden. Trav. Running forward, got options to his left and to his right. Cadra. Oh, try something extravagant. Now just looks to go to the byline. Was he fouled? Referee doesn't think so. Rose got a throw. I think at least 8. I was saying 10 because I sort of want it to be 10. So I like the question, though, I don't think. 9 seems more reasonable than 7. But again, we're Rovers fans and we're probably being slightly biased. Okay, so the referee gave advantage, but then we wanted the free kick, so we've taken that instead. Carter. Basically, there's still a ton of time left, is effectively the point we're all trying to make here. There's still a lot of time left for an equaliser. Pickering looks for Diaz. Oh, he loses possession initially. He's going to get it back. Inboard. Eden. Looks to work something. Oh, he's so unlucky. He's so unlucky. It's behind for a corner. I thought it was going to be deflected in for 2 apiece. Oh, that's so agonising. Oh, I thought I was going to roll in for 2-2. Especially the first deflection. Oh, that's so close. We're really pushing. We're really, really pushing. Don't give away a cheap free kick, please. Don't give away another cheap free kick. We're not going to have many more chances. The referee wants a word with someone. Who does he want a word with? Ayala again. So Garbutt and Ayala hug it out. They're back into the middle of the penalty area to try and get on the end of this. Not a bad ball in. Ayala gets up. Dolan, please keep it alive. Oh, he hasn't done the offside anyway. No, it won't be 4. It won't be that low. It's going to be at least, I think, 8 minutes. I think at least double that. If it's 4, I swear. If it's 4, I swear, honestly. It's got to be more than... If I'm being, lenient, it's got to be at least 6. But I'm thinking way more than that. I'm thinking 8 or 9. But so many times I think we've been entitled to more stoppage time and not got it. Travis looks to win it. We've done well. Dolan, inboard to Rothwell. Keep running. Oh, he's been pulled back. Get him a yellow card. Former Cardiff man Winsel's going to get booked. Just pulled him back. He knows exactly what he's doing there. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's fine taking a booking because he knew Rothwell was past him. To be fair, Rothwell slipped as well, but was probably still past him anyway. And Dolan's trodden on him as well. But Winslow had gone to the ground. Come on, can we get an equaliser at least? Buckley. Who's there for us? Oh, good Pickering. Surely was fouled. Oh, that's a free kick. Every day of the week, that's a free kick. That's got to be a foul. Is that Leighton? It's Butterworth. Danny Butterworth. Getting probably 10 minutes. Who for? Don't be one of our front 3. Don't be one of our front 3. Of course, being Eden, Brio, or Dolan. But I mean, how many attackers can you have on the pitch at once? Who is it? 8, Rothwell. So Butterworth on for Rothwell. One last roll of the dice. Yeah, I couldn't see. I couldn't see if it was Butterworth or Rothwell. I just saw the hairstyle because the 4th official was blocking it. Rothwell apparently been. I didn't see when he was booked, but apparently maybe that was the reason. I don't know, just to keep him away from getting a red. Oh, good Buckley. John Buckley, my days. He's been, again, unreal. Diaz. Eden. Can he find some support? Drive the ball in field, Teo. Oh, unlucky. Travis does well. Still time for Rovers. Eden. Oh, that's a poor ball. Has it stayed in play or gone out? The camera switched. I think it must have gone out of play. It looked like it was going out. What does Rothwell have to do to complete 90 minutes? To be fair, he's completed 88. Close enough. I don't know why Rothwell. I'm maybe thinking the yellow card. I'm still thinking there should be at least 6 or 7 minutes added time. Although the officials may not be so generous. I suppose we'll find out in the next 30 seconds or so, won't we? Swear to God, if they give us like 1 minute added time. That'll be painful. Ayala takes it down. Looks for Kadra. Down the line for Dolan first time. Oh, he runs out of room. 90th minute. Oh, 8. So I wasn't, when we said 7 or 8, or 7 to 9, 8 right in the middle. So that's probably about fair. I was hoping for maybe a couple more, but 8's not too far off. We said this one was going to go late. Dolan nods it down. So we know how long we've got left now. Another 7.5 minutes to try and find an equaliser. I'd take the point. I would take the point. Oh, it's not a bad first touch. Go on, Kadra. Whip it in. Oh, pound away. Butterworth. Off his arm. Or off his shoulder. Oh, that could have been it. Carter steps in. Butterworth does brilliantly. Sprays it out wide. Options arriving in the middle. Kadra. Oh. I hope that's not our last chance with Butterworth. Rovers throw. Blackpool throw. I thought Butterworth. I thought that was his chance. Just couldn't take the ball down. He just couldn't take the ball down. It's just that little bit of hope that just kills you every time. Every time. Still 6.5 minutes. Still 6.5 minutes. Another Blackpool throw doesn't help. Cadra's gone over to try and give the ball to Garbutt. There's still time. There is still time for an equaliser. We probably deserve it how we played second half, to be fair. We probably deserve one. Not how we played first half, but we've battered them second half. Travis. Oh, good tackle. Goal here for Blackpool and they win it. They've got options forward. Good from Carter initially. They've worked it central. Anderson. First time I've seen him in a long while. That's how good that our attacking's been. Good from Buckley. Is that a Rovers throw? I'm not sure. It's a Blackpool throw. There's still tons of time left. There's still a bit of time. Just over 5 minutes. Can we get the ball forward? One chance. Hopefully we get at least one more chance. Oh, don't tell me that's going to stay on. Oh, my days. They've gone to the corner. Back heel to Yates. Come on, let's break. Break. It's got to be soon. It's our ball. Come on. We need to keep it. Buckley running over for the throw. Throw back to Kaminsky. Oh, my days, Kaminsky. Oh, no. Oh, we just had to keep the ball. And just launch it forward. It's just a comedy of errors. Was it bad throw or bad from Kaminsky? I'm not sure. Buckley with the apology, so I think he's taking the blame upon himself. And they've just a minute's just gone like that. A minute's just gone in the blink of an eye. Bad throw, yeah. They're just trying to clog up the corner. That's our ball. Goal kick. Come on. Get the ball out of that corner. Get the ball out of that corner. Long upfield. Try and knock it down. Kaminsky, long upfield. Blackpool back in possession. Bowler. Gets past Pickering. Can't get past Carter. Eden steps in, being pulled back. That's a yellow card, probably. And if that's not, then that is. He's kicked the ball away. Defo yellow. And now there's only 3 minutes left. Now we are really running out of time. One chance. Surely we get one more chance. Can we do what Luton did to us and get a point so late? Travis. Butterworth. Come on, let's get the ball forward. Eden out wide to Butterworth. Looks to get it long diagonal. Ayala wins the header towards Dolan. Oh, he just couldn't get up and win it. Still alive. Dolan flicks on! Oh, that's some save. That's an unbelievable save. That's an unbelievable save. That is an unbelievable save. Would have been a Tyrese Dolan header. Carter out wide. Really well controlled. Kadra waits for something. Finds Dolan. Rovers throw. We've got the ball at the right end of the pitch. Unbelievable save, this. Oh, cleared away from Blackpool. They're almost there. Hopefully that's not our last chance. Thrown back into Kaminsky. Just got to launch the ball forward. Ours might be later than Luton's if we can get one. Eden with a switch. It's a good ball. Chested down to the path of Kadra. Flicked on to Brayton. Oh, first touch from Buckley. Too heavy. Out for a Rovers throw. Still a minute and a half. Across to Teo Eden. Dolan, who can he find? Can find Kadra, who's onside. Can he whip it in towards Brio? Not a bad ball. Behind for a corner. This might be it. This might be it. This might be the last chance. Has to be a good ball in. Has to be a good ball in. 98th minute corner. It's now or never. It's now or never. Pickering to whip it in. Has to be this now. It's in high. Towards the back stick. Oh, it's through to Moore. That's probably it. Frustrating. That's probably it. That's full time. Oh, my days. First half killed us. A dreadful first half killed us. Much, much better second half, by the way. Battered him second half. But the first half, we were woeful. Deserved a point, didn't get it. Much like midweek, back-to-back defeats. I'm just trying to take it all in, listen to the commentary, what they're all saying, or they're saying basically what everyone who watched the game can tell, what they're going to say. A game of two halves. Literally the most football cliches. That was literally the case. It's exactly what it was. Cheers, Jack. Take care, mate. It happens. Look, a defence again. I want to talk about the second half because there are so many positives to take. First of all, Teo Eden, unbelievable. I was really surprised not to see Kadra come on that early. But again, that was a good substitution from Mowbray, as much as we doubted it at the time. Fair play. Butterworth came on, didn't really do a lot. But didn't really have time to do a lot. That first half just killed us. Everyone who watched the game can see that. First half just absolutely obliterated our chances of winning. Going in at half-time 2-0 down never helps. We got a goal at a good time too. But yeah. Have a good one, mate. Good night. 3 o'clock now. I've just seen it's gone from 1:59 to 3, so the clocks have now changed for us, which is a real shame. Excited for when we can watch the football again together. Hopefully it's soon, my mate. Missing it, man, but it is what it is. If you're still here, mate, how did Newcastle get on? Because Rovers haven't done too well. We weren't on the pitch first half. No, the inexperienced defense doesn't help. I know it's all hypothetical. I said at the weekend. I said midweek. Sorry, if we have Lenihan and Nyambe midweek, we probably don't lose that game. And we don't lose that game if we have Lenihan and Nyambe there. We don't end up losing that game. It's just the inexperience. It's just killing us at the minute. And it is a real shame because injuries have hit us at the worst time. And sometimes that's the way football works. If you'd have said to me, would you take where we are at the moment? Would you take 8th heading into the second international break? Admittedly, if we'd have won today, we'd have been level on points with 6th. If we would have won today, we would have been in 6th. Sorry, if we'd have drawn, we'd have been in 7th. But if you'd have said to me at the beginning of the season, are you taking 2 points outside the top 6, 11 games down? I'm taking that. I'm 100% taking that. How can I not take that? I just really wasn't expecting this start that we got, and despite the last 2 games, hopefully we've got Lenihan and Nyambe back after the international break, and those problems that we've had that have caused us to lose these 2 on the spin can dissipate. Dak might be back after the next international break, so maybe in a month or so. It's a shame they're outside the top 6, but look, we weren't a side that was expected to be anywhere near where we are right now at the beginning of the season. We've had two tough games on the spin. Always annoying to lose a Lancashire derby. But look, with the defence we had, it wasn't going to be easy. Maybe if we did have Pike, it would potentially be different. But we don't. I don't think McGlaw... Well, we obviously know that McGlaw isn't a championship right back. Is he a championship centre back? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd be inclined to say not. But he was much better second half, as was the whole Rovers team. Thanks for the virtual hug. I mean, that might be an emoji, but, after a defeat, that's nice of you. Very, very nice of you. Because obviously after a defeat, it's never nice. As long as we're improving year after year after bouncing back from League One, I'm happy. And we have been. This is the best start we've had after coming back from League One. I don't think McGlaw is a championship anything. Maybe a championship substitute. Maybe as squad depth. And that's probably, in ideal world, what he is squad depth at this level. Decent League One centre half. Probably not championship. But because of injury, he's been thrust in, and that's the way it is. We get Dan Pike back after the international break. And I think in case of injury, he probably sits on the bench. It all started after that early on. After that Lavery goal, and he went off injured about 10 minutes later. I just want to have a look here. Again, McGlaw so far out of position. And to be fair, let's face it, Carter's unlucky not to get that cleared away. If he timed it a bit better, he clears that away, and we're not 1-0 down so early. So that was a shame. Surely Carter at right back and McGlaw centre half, but why haven't we signed backup centre backs who are ready to play? I mean, sure, we weren't envisaging injuries to Darrell Lenihan, but correct. If we have more money to spend than we all thought, that marking for the second goal, that's not League One level. That's not League Two level. The marking for that goal is Sunday League level at best. Whoever allows, I think it's Pickering who leaves his man. Whoever allows Gary Medine all that space to get a header on goal, admittedly, it was saved by Kaminsky, but he couldn't do much else about where the ball went from there. Whoever allows him that much space, criminal defending. Criminal for that second goal. But we've got Van Hecker, we've got Ash Phillips who we can maybe elevate. But it would be nice if he was more ready to play. Brio, that passion, I love it. That ball in, by the way, that goal is so satisfying. Maybe if we'd have taken something from that, I would just watch that on repeat. I still might, because that is about as aesthetically pleasing a goal as you'll see all season from Rovers. The crossing was pinpoint. The finish was brilliant. Annoyingly, we couldn't get the win. Dolan, that was the best chance. You sort of think you wonder if Maxwell was still on if that goes in, but you can't wonder too much. We need Wharton back. We need Lenihan back. We need Van Hecker back. And then probably with those three, McGlaw's probably not even in the squad. So I think Carter's a better centre back than him anyway, which means probably leaves him fifth in the pecking order. Maybe Phillips comes up, maybe sixth, and then we're probably in a good space to load him out. We get Pike back soon. We get Rankin Costello back soon. So then he's our fourth choice right back, which means we can probably send him out on loan. It's just a shame that these injuries have had to happen right now. If they happen in a month, it's we can sort of deal with it. But because they've happened right now, it's exposed the weaknesses that are in our squad now that might not be as prevalent in a month when we get all these players back. Seriously worried about teams poaching Brio at the end of the season. He's under contract, so if anything, if it's like an Armstrong situation, we're still getting 15, 20 million on this for him. Hopefully we sign him to a longer deal. I think talks were opened. I think he wants to stay. But don't be worried just yet. We just got to enjoy it while we can. But obviously at championship level, because he's now at 10 goals, he should now get to 20 for the rest of the season. He's got 10 in 10 for Christ's sake. Or 10 in 11. 10 in 11. We've played 11, haven't we? He's got 10 in 11. Like, come on. We lost Armour now, Brayton. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I suppose. A cheer up, Ollie just did 10,000 steps per day. I don't know how I did that, but I did. So there we go. Yeah, that was a good achievement. So I'll take that. That's a positive, but Rovers losing never helps. It happens, though. It happens. Look at the Prem. Lukaku did nothing. That's an FPL blank. That's a real pain. Probably just even focus on FPL now. After that, it's just like, what more can you do? Nothing's gone well football-wise tonight for me. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. That is the way that the cookie crumbles sometimes. Hope you lot have all enjoyed this one. Because it is now 3 a.m. and not 2 a.m., I probably should head to bed because it might be 4 a.m. before I get to sleep. And that's late. So I'm probably going to head off this one now. I hope you've enjoyed it. We did have a lot of people in here. So I hope you've all enjoyed watching it. As much as I've enjoyed recording it, really. Do take care, all of you. Do stay safe. And we'll see you very soon for another watch along. It will be Coventry, of course. In between all that, we've got all the content for the FCAs. It's probably our biggest draw card over the international break because it's going to be absolutely huge. So I'll see you lot all very, very soon. Cheers for all the support. And make sure to subscribe to Rovers Chat and like all the content. And I'll see you very, very soon. I shall leave you with... What do I leave you with? Probably the outro. Probably the 6 yards out message. We thank them for the support as always. I'll leave you with that. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.
The Rovers Chat YouTube channel is proudly sponsored by 6yardsout.com. They've got retro football from every era with mugs, phone cases and much more. They also have plenty of Rovers goods including apparel with the famous 94-95 season and this season's kit.